Hello everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to the Kill Corner Club podcast. I'm one of your hosts, James, and I'm joined, as always, by Tyler.
As always, how's it going?
It's great. It's going great. And today we're joined by the one and only...
Abu Bakr Salim. No. Hello everyone, you alright? Yeah.
There it is. There it is. Abu Bakr Salim.
Heard you got some questions about the hidden ones.
Shut up. We're joined by George Welford. Or LongEaredFox.
LongEaredFox. Epic Gaming.
The most requested returning guest of all time.
Yeah, guest of the year. Guest of the year last year. You were voted by the people guest of the year. I mean, you and Ethan, like the four pillars were, but like you
Solo
as well.
Guest, yeah.
I'm flattered.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are by far the most listened to and popular podcast we've ever done is the Four Pillars episode. So It's now a tradition, a time-honored tradition every 10 episodes.
It is.
It's a good time. It really is. They're great. They really are.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome.
They are.
But we thought, since we don't have Abu Bakr Salim, unfortunately, for those waiting... Can you explain? Can you explain what's going on, James?
Can I explain?
Yeah,
sure.
You can do that.
All right, sure.
Okay.
So we did say we'd have him on, but unfortunately, due to circumstances out of our control, he's no longer going to be able to come on the podcast. We'll likely have him on in the future because he has said how much he wants to be on, but unfortunately, he just can't be on now, and that's a shame. But it's fine. And
take that to mean what you want it to mean.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying anymore, but there you go.
Wish we could.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but he has said how much he does want to be on, and so hopefully in the future, when we get a chance, we'll do our best to actually get him on. And I really appreciate everyone's enthusiasm as well, because when we announced it, everyone on Twitter, on videos, and like when I talked about having him on, everyone's been so super fucking excited about it, and so. I don't know, I feel like it's just a positive thing that's come out of it to show that the community likes it when these sort of things happen, so maybe it'll, push it to happen in the future, or, us to be able to get other people to come on in the future as well, so I appreciate everyone, but hopefully you can understand, and we'll do our best in the future to try and get him on.
Yeah, they've had to make do with me.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty confident we will get him on, in the future, because obviously... He definitely wants to come on, so that's all everyone else can take from that what they want to take from that, but he wants to come on, we want him on, and that's take that as you want to take that. But we thought, you know what, it is what it is. Business goes on as usual. The podcasts are coming out. We're going to do the back-to-back weeks, as we said. Things are going to be a bit different, so we called in the old bat signal was raised, and the old guest of the year last year is here. LongEaredFox, Epic Gaming.
I'm glad you came to me, you ancient gamers.
Yeah, I mean, you're not an ancient gamer because you're 3, but you're an epic gamer. No doubt about it.
Okay, I'm the young, uprising epic gamer.
You're if you're like a superhero group, you'd be in the Teen Titans. You know what I mean?
Hey, they're not too bad. They're pretty cool, though.
I'll take that.
No, you would. I don't know if you'd make that. You're not quite old enough for that. Maybe like...
From a...
Young Justice.
Nah, you're more like... The Kindergarten Squad, like that. You know what I'm saying? Where you're like...
An actual superhero group.
Oh, yeah, just made it up. Just you're in it, George.
Just me. Just one man.
And you've got a baby monitor in there. You're not actually allowed to go anywhere or do anything, but we're watching you, and we're impressed with what we're seeing. So keep it up.
Classic.
I'm here doing Kingdom Hearts 2 Critical Day of Battles twice.
Yeah,
that's
good
pretty
training.
epic.
Good training. No, that's pretty. No, I'm not saying you're not an epic gamer.
I've played about 5 minutes of Dark Souls 3. That's pretty good.
Yeah. You're just every bit of 3 years old. That's all. That's all. Oh no, I'm just fucking with you. Anyway,
I thought I was 3 for a second. Then you got me
did
fucking going.
I had you going. I had everybody going. They're like, oh shit, I didn't realize. Okay. Anyway, as people know, here on the Kill Content Club, we are powered by the great people over at patreon.com/as always. So, if you like what you're seeing here and you'd like to get more, just head over there and you can get exclusive podcasts every other week that the Kill Content Club isn't on. So, to thank a few of those sweet vintage lads for supporting us, we have Ben or Modorox, Ballsack47, Tman Travis, Quizhek, Billy, the Team Tynamite Captain Robertson, Josh Devillier, Damian, Lewis Nadin, Mario5380, Lumistrad. No, I don't. What is happening? Oh no, the order's wrong. Hang on, I gotta change this.
Oh my god!
Did you see what? Did you see that?
Is it
not just pink? I can't do that. Sorry.
What? Pink Flame is at the top of the fucking $5 donations.
Yeah.
Oh god, I thought it was something like actually bad.
No.
He upped his patronage. That's why he upped his patronage. A little.
I see.
Okay, so
Flame,
hang on.
He's done that on fucking purpose. He's upped it by $1.50. What a cunt.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I can't do this. He's fucking this.
We'll do it
anyway,
I'm
gonna.
Just say him
yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Okay. Jayce, a new Sweet Vintage lad. Welcome, Ryan. Another, not a new Sweet Vintage lad per se, but he's upped his patronage. Thank you, Ryan. Jonah Stewart, another new Sweet Vintage lad. Nice. James and Lad, another new Sweet Vintage lad. So welcome. Mm-hmm. We have Frankie Gaffney, H. Bartz, Tomcunningham, Yazen, Joe the Sexy Boi Smith, Brian Ford, Connor Durose, GingerNutJared, Big Up LongEaredFox, Epic Gamer, Joshua Maurer, Gene, Marcus Blackburn, TheHumbleWorm, Nimbus, Seth, Oscar, RAVJAI, Son of a Bitch Ogeaidogo, Tyler Tranter, Brendon or BQ Overlord, and Pink Flame 313. So thanks, you sweet vintage lads, for supporting the podcast. We've got a bunch of new people.
Yeah, we do, and I hope that they didn't just show up because they wanted Abu to say their name. I hope they want to stick around.
Yeah, well, that's right. And that's what I thought. A few of them might have been. And some people that upped their patronage to the $5 to get the name read out. We said we would try. I mean, I disclaimed it straight away that we're going to ask him to do it. Might not even happen, even if we had him on. We're going to try. So, to make up for it for some of these patrons, usually when we do the Kill Content Clubhouse, the way it works is we'll do a topic thread, and everyone can give one topic per episode. So, and we just go through the thread of different topics that everyone wants us to go through for that episode. It's the People's Podcast. Here on the Kill Content Club, we don't do that. I write the list, I come up with everything. But today, because there's no Abubakar, we are going to do Patreon topics that everyone that's a $1 or higher patron can participate in. Usually it's a $20 plus thing to be doing this sort of stuff. But we're going to do it this way this time once we've kind of gone through the normal list that we've got, which isn't a huge list because we just did the podcast like 5 days ago. So it's hard to have a 3-hour sized list after that point. But it would have been all right if we were, interviewing someone. So, George, how was working on Assassin's Creed Origins?
It's all right.
Shit, sorry, that's the wrong list. This is my Abubakar list. Shit.
It's all right. How did you get cast in Assassin's Creed Origins?
I don't really know, man. I'm racist. I don't know how I got cast in it.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so what's the actual list?
Okay, well, James, I wanted to ask you about how your computer's shit.
You wanted to ask me about how my computer's shit?
Yeah, because you're like, you messaged me when Abubakar...
it all happened at once.
You were like, dude, my computer's fucked as well. Everything's going... No, sorry, hang on, let me... Oh, my computer's fucked as well. Like, what do I do? That's what
it was so bad. My computer fucked itself. And while I was trying to fix it, I get like 50 fucking messages from Abubakar going, soz, man. Obviously, there was more to it than that, but yeah. And I'm just like, oh, fucking hell. What is going on with my day? What is happening to my day? It just was horrible, but yeah, it broke. There was no clear issue. It was just fucking Windows being fucking Windows.
I know. Classic. Yeah, I know. Classic. Should get a Mac, bro.
Fuck off.
My computer's never done that.
Yeah, well, it just fucking overheated or whatever. Fucking.
No. I don't know what you're talking about. That's like fake news. You should be fake news awards. Some real fake news.
Alright.
So how'd you fix it? Did you fix it?
Yeah. No, obviously I didn't fix it. I'm talking to you on a broken computer.
You're on a laptop. You're not even on your computer.
No, I'm not. George is using my laptop. I'm using my computer.
I'm downstairs in the cold and it's echoey and.
Yeah, that's normally where I am. But because we only have one laptop that works, George is using that one and I'm using mine because he's like right against my mum's room. We're recording this at night and my mum goes to bed pretty early. Yeah, it's safer if I'm doing it upstairs and George isn't, because like I don't know, my mum will like be like, oh no, I heard a slight whisper, I'm gonna lose my shit. So
well, I'm 3, so like I'll be punished severely.
Fair enough. Fucking.
That's true. Yeah, like because the baby monitor's in his room, so like
yeah,
she'd double hear. She'd get like 2 echoes of it. She'd be like, holy fuck, I can hear him. And also through the baby. Yeah.
But yeah, I reset Windows. So what I had to do was reinstall the whole of Windows. So it goes back to how it was when I first got the computer. But I got to keep all my files. It just deleted all of like my programs and Windows settings. So I had to like re-download OBS and get all the shit on it and my editing softwares and everything. So I mean that was a bit of a pain in the ass, but it's alright now. So it's fine.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm happy for you. That's great. That's great. Great stuff. George,
hello.
Since it's the new year, first time I've talked to you on the podcast this year. What's going on? What's the plan? What's 2018 look like for Big Up LongEaredFox Epic Gaming?
Oh yeah. Well, you may have noticed that on my channel I've done a complete content change.
No, I didn't notice.
Well, yeah. Oh, shit anyway. But yeah, complete content change on my channel. Video essays, gaming discussion, game reviews, no longer tied to Assassin's Creed. I'm going to try and take that forward this year. And the goal at the end of the year is 50k, which I think I'll easily smash because I'm on 30k now. And hopefully this video essay stuff picks up and I no longer have to regret not making AC content. I don't know.
I mean, the AC Origins versus The Witcher 3 got 155,000 views.
Yeah, it's going on a mad one, really is.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, I never expected that video to get... I was like, yeah, maybe 10k, but it fucking blew up. And I was like, Jesus, alright then.
So, why the change? Like, I'm actually looking at your videos now. I just realized, did you not even finish your Origins Let's Play? Did you just not finish it?
Nah, I didn't finish it. I couldn't bring myself to upload the rest of the episodes of it.
Why?
Because I hit this point where I was like, okay, I'm going to change my content. And I was like, I can't upload what I was doing before. I need to completely commit to it or else it won't feel like it was an actual change. So I was like, fuck the Let's Play. That can fuck off. I've still got the footage on my computer, actually. But fuck the Let's Play. I'm just going to go straight into this. I'm going to dive straight into it. And I'm going to force myself to do it. Because previously...
And let's go.
Yeah, and let's go. Yeah. Oh, it's a classic. But, yeah. But previously when I tried to make videos like I'm doing now, I was always like... let me just fall back on this AC video here, let me just fall back on, and then I'll just get back into AC. But I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm throwing myself into this. Let's just fucking do it and see what happens. And so far, it's not doing too bad, so...
Do you know what, sorry, I just started laughing because when you said about falling back onto AC, I was thinking about your old Assassin's Creed videos, and I just remember specifically that one where I think it was a reaction to a trailer, and the thumbnail, you look like so shocked.
It's the Ezio collection reaction, isn't it? Yeah, yes, it's fucking hilarious.
Hang on, let me find that.
Hang on. I need to see that thumbnail right now.
It's fucking amazing. It was like, I was like, oh, it's like awful. Awful.
I'll put it in the Skype chat. I've got the fucking thumbnail. There it is. Oh,
Terrible.
I love that picture so much.
Oh, God, yes. There it is. Oh, no.
That's fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah, like, it was like, oh, my...
I'll get it up on screen so everyone can see it.
I've never seen a faker face in my entire life.
Yeah, that's fucking awful.
you're like,
that's bullshit.
The Ezio
Not
collection.
only is the thumbnail itself just really badly made, it's got that terrible cutout of me just looking so shocked. Like someone just died in front of me. I'm like, what?
Like, you look disgusted.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, how did this happen?
Why is this happened then? Yeah, it doesn't.
I love that. That's outstanding.
That's like better than the LazerzZ reaction meme, I think.
Oh, yeah, we should make that a meme. There we go.
So, I've never seen a channel in my life ever change thumbnail styles more than you, George. I'm looking at them, I'm like, but you're so good at thumbnails as well. Like, all of them are so good, but you completely change styles, just like, nah, done with that. Fuck that off. Make another one, and then you're like, after like a month, you're like, nah, fuck off, and then you go to the next one.
Yeah, no, because I always get bored with the thumbnail style. I'm like, I kind of want to change it, but it's getting boring now, and it kind of looks really shit. I mean, I used to have this thing where I was like, there needs to be a certain color. Like, I can't explain it. It's like, so when I'm scrolling down my thumbnails, I need to see like all the colors, or else I splurge the fuck out. It was
that's
weird.
So weird. Hey, dude, that's so weird. That's so your
all
fault, bro.
the colors.
I need some help.
All the colors. I need
when
to
I'm
see
scrolling on my channel page, I need to see all the colours, or I'll splurge the fuck out.
all the colours. No, it was like I needed to. If green wasn't there, I'd be like, okay, the next thumbnail is going to be green, and it's like it's weird.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
You got blue, purple, blue, yellow, orange, green, red.
I don't do it anymore, obviously, because I don't care. But like,
you got a grey one here.
It used to affect me on an emotional level.
Yeah, do you remember when you used to copy all my thumbnails? It was just like the same fucking thing.
Never happened.
Oh, yeah, fucking, what was it, part 12 of the Ezio collection or something? Where it was just my thumbnail. It was like the same, you just flipped it.
Yeah, well, fuck off, though. My favourite one was the economy in Assassin's Creed Empire.
That was literally my fucking thumbnail. It was the same fucking picture.
That was on purpose, though, wasn't it? Like, that was all for a laugh.
Oh, fuck no. Serious. I was serious.
Really? That's funny. That's actually more funny for me, anyway. Not for James, but for me, that's funnier.
It's fucking hilarious.
It was annoying because your excuse would be like, oh, you don't own the font, or you don't own the thumbnail style. It's like, no, I don't, but just don't do it. Just stop it.
I mean, he kind of does, doesn't he? It's like, if we'll all do it, if, like, you know what? Actually, it depends. Like, George, can you do all my thumbnails from now on?
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Sorry, I just started watching one of my own videos then. One of like my really old ones just started playing and I didn't mean to do that.
Hello everyone, this is the mixtape incident.
This is the shit story.
Do you just want to make all my thumbnails from now on, George?
No.
Yeah, really. You do. There, look at him. You all heard him. He said yes. Fuck yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Just make them like old school lasers. It'll take you like 2.5 seconds.
Lemon milk stroke.
Yeah.
Oh no, like even old schooler. Like, where's Assassin's Creed Rogue? Comet, I mean. Where's Assassin's Creed
just
Comet?
A grey background with the
grey.
Comet logo on top. It's just, where is it in big white bubble text?
So shit.
All you gotta do is you get that paintbrush font. You type out something like announcement trailer. You make it fit the entire width of the screen, and then you give it a nice orange to yellow gradient. That's it. That's how you do it.
I'm not even on the old school LazerzZ Photoshop level yet. Like, I'm still a young Padawan. So
look, you'll get to that point where you do the gradient, and then when you get past that point, you look back at it and want to
being associated with you guys in terms of like videos. And when I look at your thumbnails compared to mine, it's like I'm Anakin Skywalker. I'm on the Jedi Council, but I'm not a rank of master. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It's like I'm on the council, but I'm obviously for good reason not granted the rank of master. Like, you know, it makes a lot of sense.
You're just knocking about with us.
Yeah, it's just because Palpatine wanted me on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's like fucking sick
Who's
lad.
Palpatine? Like in this equivalent,
in
like who's the equivalent? Who wanted you on?
I don't know. Ubisoft.
Ubisoft is Palpatine. You're Anakin. I'll be Obi-Wan.
Can I be Ki-Adi-Mundi?
Sure. Who's Ethan? Mace Windu.
So I kill him.
Oh no.
Ethan better watch out.
Ethan's fucking hit 40k recently.
He's gonna
PUBG.
Yeah, I actually am a little bit scared.
Are you really scared?
No.
Yeah, let's go.
But he has hit 40k, and like he's fucking like it's mental. It's weird because I still always think of Ethan as like not that big, but he is, and it's fucking weird. I don't know where he's come from.
Yeah.
Like came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, none of us are really that big.
Nah, but like in terms of our community and stuff, I mean, it's difficult
I'll
to get.
I'll tell you, it's not big. This guy right here.
True. 9.5k. Remember back in 2015 when you said you released the Bieber video if you hit 10k by the end of the year, whatever. It's been like 3 years now.
Please.
Yeah, to be fair, like when did 2015? I was on like 3k, 3.5k, because I hit 5k in 2016.
Yeah,
that's when I hit 5k.
God.
Less than 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, your channel growth just reminds me of my channel growth in 2015. Just disgusting and depressing.
Wow.
No
yeah,
because
I mean, 2015 wasn't big growth for anybody.
It was horrible.
And, yeah,
Mate,
and then 2016 was pretty. 2016 was pretty good because I went from like 4k at the start of the year, and there was 8k at the end of the year, and then I didn't really do anything in 2017. Like I did it for the first couple months, did some, and then at the end I did some. But by the end, when you've had like 6 months of really not doing anything, you don't really have the audience there to push your views up to get extra views from people. Like it's just really the hardcore people that are still watching, you know? So it's just kind of got to start from scratch again. I kind of know that. Like I don't have any like, illusions about, you know, what's going to happen when I start doing bloody videos again. Even though I'm going to try to do in the same way of what you guys are doing, and you guys inspired me to do videos that way, to actually script them and to really put in the work. Like I finished the script and recorded my Isu Temples video. That shit is going to be by far, not even close, the best video I've ever made. Not even close.
It's going to be good.
But it's not going to get the views that some of my other videos have gotten, and they're way shitter.
I don't know.
Because the box isn't in the title.
Look, you see, the thing is, right?
Sure.
That's a good point. From experience, I've noticed that it is a little bit to do with luck, but every time I make a video that I spend a lot of time on, it always gets a lot of views. Which is, I don't know whether that's a coincidence or not, but it's like if I put like a couple days into just solidly spending loads of time making a video, it always gets a lot of views. And I don't know whether that's because people watch it and then they're like,
60,000.
This is really good, and so they share it, and it just like
I do think likes affect it. You know, when a bunch of people all like the video because like, wow, this is really good. And actually, those extra people that don't usually like anything, go ahead and like it. Yeah. That does push things up as well. It's like that positive response and influx of likes is, even if you get dislikes, that's still like any ratings at all. They're like, wow, this is more than usual. Let's push this up a bit further. Yeah, that does happen.
I think so. It's like my story so far video for Assassin's Creed Origins. It's like, there's nothing like clickbaity about it or something that should have done well, but like it's my most viewed video now. It's closing in on 600,000 views. It's like fucking hell.
Also, probably the best video you've ever made as well.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. It's been out for what, 3 months I think now, something like that, and it's almost on 600,000. Like that'll probably be my first video to hit 1 million views because it's going to be relevant for, you know, however long.
Yeah.
So. Just fucking crazy. So I honestly do expect your fucking Temples video to probably get a lot of views. I reckon it'll be one of those ones that's picked up by a lot of people in the community because no one's fucking talking about those temple messages. Like people are talking about them, like I wonder what they mean, but no one's really done anything. So I reckon that'll be one to get a lot of views. Yeah,
well, I mean, I finished. Yeah, like doing it, the recording of it. I was like a bit worried, honestly. I was like, fuck, does it? I feel like in some ways I'm like, God, I hope this makes sense. You know what I mean? Because it's so like. I use a lot of their lines, like, because I use a lot of their quotes and stuff to kind of like address what I'm talking about. Probably like 10 to 12 throughout the video, but it's only about like a 13-minute video. I don't want this to be long. The script is about 4 pages, but I use the actual audio from the thing, and instead of me just saying it, and I like pop the quotes up on the screen, and I'm hoping it doesn't kind of like disconnect from the script when it comes across in a video. Like, I'm just a bit concerned. Like, I think just because I'm putting so much work into it, I'm way more worried about it than I usually am, if that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, true. Well, I think he'll be good. I'm looking
but I'm
not
going to release it until I start like doing videos again properly on the schedule, like when I move and stuff. So I'm just trying to get the first week's worth of videos prepared, like a Horizon video, this video, like all the normal stuff I'm going to try to do, and then like when I am ready to go, I'll have them uploaded that, a first or second week of February, and then this is kind of how I hope to do it, because I'm really thinking how much fucking time it's going to take to do these videos. If I'm going to do them this way all the time from now on, I'm going to have to have the videos scheduled for a week, and they have to be already done. And in that week that I've got videos already scheduled, I have to be making the next week's videos, etc., etc. Like, or else it's going to be like too hard.
That makes sense.
We'll see how that goes.
It'll probably be pretty good.
I completely changed my schedule. It was originally like every day.
Yeah, same. It was like I had to get a video out every day and make it the day before as well.
I've gone to 2 uploads a week, which is so much nicer.
Yeah, it's like the same thing for me. Like I mean, it's not even like my aim is really to get 3 out a week. I want to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then obviously kill Connor Clubs every other Sunday. But sometimes I'll change a bit. Like since the hidden ones came out and everyone just wanted me to do a let's play so bad, I was like, fuck it, I'll do a let's play, and I'll just upload that while I'm working on the Fable retrospective that I want to get out next week. So like, it's just like working on things sort of. And trying to make sure I space everything out enough and put enough time into it, rather than trying to force myself to make something every day, because it was fucking awful having to like wake up and be like, okay, so what kind of Assassin's Creed topic can I make a video on today? And it's like I end up talking about the fucking culinary codex and fucking, I don't know what bullshit there was. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
There were some dark times.
Yeah, true. Yeah, well, it's interesting, and it's almost like I do attribute it to as well Colin style videos, like Colin's Last Stand style videos, where they're like scripted those video essays, and you guys are doing them as well. I like those sorts of videos. They just come across better to me.
Yeah.
So I think doing them, it's just there's no fat to your videos. Like if I was gonna do an Isu Temple video and I didn't have a script, it would be about 30 minutes long.
Yeah,
because I would have just like gone off the cuff and probably talked for 30 minutes, repeated myself 15 times in different points, but kept it all in. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I've done a script, it takes way more work, but the video's 13 minutes. It's easier for the audience to watch. It's also easier for them to understand because it's scripted properly and everything in there needs to be there, sort of thing. So I just think that it's a better option.
Yeah, I agree.
It's also way more work. So I can't imagine you guys doing that 5 days a week. That would be fucked.
I'd kill myself. I'd fucking kill myself. I think just
making
James,
daily
videos.
You woke up tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you were back in 2014.
What?
And Unity was being released.
What day in 2014? Like it was the same date, but it was just 2014.
Yeah,
it's
it
like
was
January
the 1st of January 2014. And not the 1st of January, January the 18th, 2014.
Well, I wouldn't wake up tomorrow on the 18th. I'd wake up on the 19th, wouldn't I? But
yeah, all right. Well, shut
regardless,
the fuck up. I'm asking.
That's before I even. That's before I even started.
It's just an interesting question.
That's before I even started making Assassin's Creed videos. So
exactly.
I'd be like, right, well, it's time to make a Minecraft episode.
15 likes for a bonus episode.
Yeah, 15 likes, and I'll release
also
another episode of Minecraft.
No Kill Connor Club or anything.
Oh, that'd be fucking devastating. Oh, imagine waking up and it's all a dream, and it all just been a dream.
Or like imagine waking up and it's like the beginning of 2017.
Imagine you fucking waking up and you're midway through 2016 and like you're like, oh, it's time to make another Empire speculation video. What can we talk about today? Let's talk about the blacksmiths in Assassin's Creed Empire.
You know what? I think I'd make the best out of a bad situation, and I'd just start making video essays, and I'd steal like loads of video ideas that I know of,
that you know are going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
I'd just leak Origins. I'd just be like, I know the whole game.
Yeah.
I do videos explaining the whole story from start to finish, and then Ubisoft contacts me. They're like, "How the fuck did you know that? And then I'm just like, I don't know. Just got Jesus loves me. I don't know.
I'd message like Ashraf Ismail and say, I know.
I know about Bayek.
I know Bayek of Siwa.
Oh god.
He'd go, he's your baby.
I just tweet at Ashraf, Bayek of Siwa. He'd be like, oh no, who is this guy?
Then he'd see all the box videos that you've made and he'd know who you are immediately.
That is true.
The man inside the box.
Oh,
now the bloody, and for some reason the Who Is Eve video, the second truth video I ever made, is fucking over 100,000 views out of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
Out of nowhere. So weird.
Who is Eve? Who is Eve, Tyler? Who is she?
You know who Eve is?
Well, you know what? There's a video about it. You can watch that. I don't really remember.
Yeah, what the fuck was that video about?
Yeah, because we don't actually know.
Yeah, we don't know. So what the fuck could you have been talking about for 10 minutes and 56 seconds?
Eve
I'm talking about Galena. I ended up going through like all the why Eve's important in terms of like how she's talked about in different moments throughout the franchise, things like that. And then I say, who could her DNA be? Is it specifically who Eve is, or is it who her genes have gone through to? And Galena could be an ancestor of Eve, all this sort of stuff. Like,
oh fuck me.
What?
Yeah.
Don't care about Galena.
Assassin's Creed: The Truth, Episode 4. Is Desmond subject 16?
Eve. I don't care about Assassin's Creed.
Nah, you do care about Assassin's Creed.
I don't care.
Yeah, you do. Stop it.
Would you say you don't care?
Assassin's
Altair?
Creed's fun.
Yeah. No, I'm not, because I don't care about Assassin's Creed, so no, I'm not saying that. I retract that statement.
Don't become the next Joe. We can't be having that.
I already
bloody,
I was
especially
never a
after
co-host on
Origins.
this podcast anyway.
Don't care that much.
Look,
What'd you say?
What? Which one of us?
George.
I said I was never a co-host on this podcast anyway, so I can't be another Joe.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Joe left after Unity, and when Syndicate got announced, so
it's understandable.
It's understandable, but fucking Origins comes out. It's a fucking great game, and you're like, nah, I don't care about Assassin's Creed.
It is, but it makes me feel sick.
you just made too much fucking content on it. You churned out too much shit.
Do you really not like Origins?
I love Origins, but it makes me feel sick.
Is it because you made too much videos? Is that what it is?
I think it might. Yeah.
I mean, I got that towards the end of last year, but I'm getting back into it now, and I really do like it. Like, honestly, playing the hidden ones made me love it again. Like, I really do enjoy playing it. Like last night, I was like, I just want to go on Origins and just do some shit in the open world, because it actually is a really fucking good game. Like, playing the hidden ones was like, yeah, this game is fucking good. Just need to not do it to death, and then I'll be happy. So,
yeah.
There you go.
I mean, like, right now, I've got plans to play loads of games and finish games that I said I was going to play, watch movies and shit that I you know, like really good, watch good TV shows and shit, and just do a load of cool shit like that.
George, I don't know if you've seen this, right? But I was looking at your most viewed videos, and what happened to Prince of Persia is no longer your top video.
Yeah, I know it's not.
It's top 5 historical time periods I won for Assassin's
Yes,
Creed.
I fucking know it is.
That's hilarious. Or fucking coming up very close is Assassin's Creed Empire graphics and engine.
No, that's on 200,000, isn't it?
No, it's on 327k.
Oh yeah, that kind of stopped getting views
it's
anyway.
10k behind Prince of Persia.
It's been on 327k for about 9 months.
Oh, really? What, top 5 historical time periods I want for Assassin's Creed? That's hilarious.
I still get so many comments.
Do people get angry?
No, just people saying, "Oh, I want the Civil War." Fuck off.
Yeah, that's
specifically the Civil War.
Yeah.
If you want the most boring game ever made, sure.
It's because they want a game about their shitty country. That's fucking why.
I hate people like that. Like, fuck Syndicate. I don't like.
Yeah, it was shit.
I want a good game. I don't give a shit where it's set. Like, people that are like, oh my god, fucking, I want a game set in Serbia. No, you don't.
1389. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? You're the shittest AC YouTube. You
don't
said
know
this isn't real.
Princip or whatever the fuck his name was.
You don't know Gavril Princip. You're fucking racist and you're fucking shit because you don't even believe this is a real game.
I want a game set
You're actually
in Serbia.
disrespecting fucking Serbia.
1389.
It's true.
Confirmed.
That is true. You are.
Well, I'm still waiting for Texas Cowboy, to be honest.
Yeah, you'll be finally.
I totally forgot about that meme.
I'm waiting to text
that
guy.
Text Edgar Moyal.
No, it wasn't Edgar Moyal. It was someone else.
Was it not?
No, Edgar Moyal was the guy who was talking about getting rammed by the train, like the twin brothers.
Oh
shit.
yeah, the twin brothers get rammed by the train.
Moyal818@gmail.com. That's his email.
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking
so many
818. Fucking
so
I'm
many
gonna
ancient
find
memes.
real
It'll
quick.
be in Rome. Yeah, no, that was. I don't know. You'll be run by the train. Yeah, that was Edgar Moyal.
Yeah, this. Oh, okay. So it was the dude who talked about Texas Cowboy was NGP Team.
How did you find that so quickly?
I have a video on my channel, called "Reacting to Funny/Mean Comments."
Wow, that's fucking shit.
Yeah, and he's in it, and it says that it's will have Rome in a future AC game. Correct. There was Rome in Origins.
Yeah, maybe
the next game will be the French Revolution. That was correct. And then he said, one of the next
they already announced that, but sure.
Yeah, and then he says, one of the next... Actually, when did this come out? Oh, yeah, this was before it was properly announced, but...
Okay.
Or was it? No, it was after. The next game, it's... Oh, no, wait, I got this a year ago. This was before it was announced. Yeah, so he said, next game with French Revolution... And then he said, one of the next AC you're playing Texas as Cowboy. And then he goes on to say, the other will be in Egypt, and the next game will be in Japan. What if he's right?
What if he's right?
He said, I don't know, but it'll have Rome in the future AC game. It doesn't say it'll be set in Rome. He said it'll have Rome.
Which it was.
Then he says French Revolution, Unity. He says Egypt, which was Origins. He said you're playing Texas Cowboy, and then he's like, the next game will be Japan. What if...
Maybe he thought Syndicate was going to be like the Texas Cowboy, but it just wasn't.
As you can see, we've got some more concept art for our Assassin's Creed Scott set in Japan, and let's go.
Yeah, man. AC is set in Japan next year, but not yet.
But not yet.
In space, but what if both?
Love you, your raptor.
Oh, he's a magical being.
I get so many comments every day saying, LazerzZ, why do you hate your raptor?
Why do you hate him?
I made a joke about him. It must mean I hate him.
You definitely don't hate Jawraptor.
I don't hate him. I just strongly dislike him as a content creator.
Do you? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't like his videos. I think they're all fucking dog shit. But I don't.
I just think he's a bit odd, really.
I mean, I don't have the energy to necessarily like hate him. I
don't lose sleep over
but
it.
Like, no, he is a dickhead, as we've seen on Twitter. But like, I don't care. I just like making fun of him because it's funny.
Yeah, I don't really watch any of his videos, so I don't know if his content's, good or bad or in between. But he's obviously pretty fucking dedicated to it. He's obviously doing a lot of them. He does like 7 videos a day, so that's pretty impressive.
On the same
regardless.
Yeah, he does like how to beat Sekhmet in 3 minutes 20 seconds.
The only interaction I've ever had with him was on Twitter when he was trying to give George shit. That I had a problem with.
That was weird.
I was fucking livid. I was like, who the fuck? I'd never heard of him. I'm like, who the fuck is this asshole?
Yeah. That's such a
I was so pissed off. You guys were like, no, it's all good, it's all good. Like when I was talking to you privately, you're like, no, he's alright. And I'm like, what the? This guy's a fucking asshole. Like, so I have more of a personal issue with him, not a content creator issue with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's content shit, but yeah, I also think he's a dickhead as well. Like, I mean, at the time, it's kind of like, I mean, I get. My main issue was that it's because he was. I
also don't know him personally. I should say that. I also don't know him personally, other than that one interaction. I'm saying my one interaction with him was not a good one.
Yeah, the thing was, right, with that whole fucking dispute was that he was like, so where did you get this information from? And George obviously got it from his video, but George was like, no, I got it from here. And it was just a lie, and I knew it was a lie. And so I was like, well, also I kind of get where he's coming from, but
I mean, yeah, so do I.
It's not necessarily justified to be a fucking like. It's just stupid. Who the fuck cares? Like,
yeah, I don't fucking know.
Who the fuck cares? It was so dumb. Yeah,
it was like a little argument on Twitter of AC news. Like, it's fucking retarded.
So stupid. He's like, oh my god, why don't you credit me? Please tell me you don't still have those like the links to his channel on those videos.
I don't think I do. No, I think I took them off.
Alright, it's fucking
funny. And let's go.
God.
But he does have funny memes.
And
I'll give him that.
Yeah,
and let's go. I actually love that.
Yeah, I know. Memes at his expense, but sure.
Yeah, and then he goes, "That's never okay."
Yeah, jokes about me. That's never okay.
Is that what he said?
That's what he said on Twitter. Yeah.
Stop talking about your Raptor now because I don't care. I'll say it.
Yeah, why are we taking up a whole segment of the podcast talking about fucking your Raptor? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I'm so sorry.
It just kind of got brought up. You brought it up. You're like, people think I hate your Raptor.
Yeah, they do. And I mean, I get comments as well, which bothers me a lot more, where people say on the history of Hidden Blades video. I mean, one of them is, why didn't you talk about Bayek? Because I don't look at the fucking date. And another one is, actually, I don't know what you're talking about, but it was Leonardo that modified the Hidden Blade, so you don't have to lose your ring finger. It really bothers me. It really affects me.
I mean, I don't care at the end of the day.
I do.
You know, on my video, like, Desmond Miles is Subject 16, like just a theory video about like what, but it's the only time I mean that in that title is like in this one case, I think what we thought was Subject 16 could have actually been Desmond. Mm-hmm. Like that's what the video's about. It's a theory. It's not true. It's just I'm posing the question: is it possible? Do people think it's possible based on this evidence? But comments are like this. No, Subject 16's Clay Kasmeric. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. Like, I get those all the time. I'm like, oh, thanks.
It's like, like, you weren't asking a forum. Is just Master at 16 or 17, guys? I can't quite remember.
Oh, for fuck's
They don't want to. They just click on it and go, no, didn't you know he's Clay Kasmeric? Don't you know anything? I'm like, okay, thanks. I didn't know, but now I do know. Thank you.
That's classic. That's fucking classic. Bloody some of the comments people leave are just fucking retarded. Like I love fucking on my episode 2 of the Hidden Ones, people were like, stop spoiling it.
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm like, don't watch it. Like, are you fucking retarded? You're not gonna get spoiled if you don't click on it. There's no spoilers in the title or the thumbnail. It's a picture of Bayek.
My favourite commenter's got to be Body Health Fitness.
Oh, I love him. Does he still
I don't know what Bayek need. He need flying kick, kicking whilst in battle. That's my favourite comment. No, he doesn't need a flying kick in battle. He doesn't need that. Bayek doesn't need that at all.
Oh god, I don't know if I don't think he comments on my videos anymore.
Nah, he's probably just in it for like the hype train for Origins, and he kind of left and.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's doing.
The very last comment I ever got from him was 3 months ago, and it says, "Egyptians, the Medjai warrior," and that's it.
Egyptians, the Medjai warrior.
And then before that is, I agree with you. I think Assassin's Creed Origins is going to be a classic, definitely. And then before that, on Origins, the parody, the song is so weak.
Yeah.
It's like it's physically weak. Like it's like couldn't defend itself in a fight.
So
He's such a weird guy. Like, I don't know what his deal is. I don't know.
I love
him though.
So I love much. Oh, this one. Hold up. This is a fucking good
Egyptians,
one.
the Medjai warrior.
This is a good one to go out on. I don't like it anymore. Were the Nubian warriors, the Black Leopards, what affected Egypt also affects Nubia. Also, the Egyptian Medjai came from south. Many military campaign in South Nubia. Thought I was gone like it, but I don't like it anymore. I think I've seen too much. They said the main character was supposed to be a black Slavic assassin. What happened with that? Angry
Slavic.
emojis.
Wait, what the
fucking
fuck?
Slavic? Why would it be Slavic? What?
He's so funny. I don't know who he is.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
What a legendary man. Body health fitness.
Body health.
That's not
what a name.
Wait, he's
what
changed his name. It's not Body Health Fitness anymore. It's The Health Body Fitness.
Whoa, what the fuck? No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking at it.
No. The Health Body Fitness.
Yeah. Have we been reading it wrong?
No, it's always been Body Health Fitness. Trust me.
I don't know.
No.
Hold up, because I'm looking at this, right? And I clicked. So obviously, you know when you reply to a comment.
Don't make me scroll back and find his...
Do you know? No, just if you go to comments, there's a little search bar. Just type in body health, and it'll show up all of his comments. Because I've got a reply here to him, and you know when you reply to someone, it'll automatically type out their name in your comment section, and then you type the rest of your thing and click reply. It says the Health Body Fitness in my comment as a reply to him 3 months ago. So we must have just been reading it wrong.
No. I'm gonna get one of his comments right now. I'm gonna get one of them right now. Here it is. Here he is. What?
Yeah.
Oh wow, you've read it wrong the whole time. How embarrassing!
No.
Your whole it's like shattered George's entire universe.
No, I'm going back further. No, here it is. Body Health Fitness. I found it.
So it was Body Health Fitness.
Oh
okay.
my fucking god.
You must have changed it.
God, I had a heart attack. He changed it in October.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
God.
I almost had a fucking aneurysm.
Yeah, that was
quite the fright.
This is a great one. What is this main character's name and race? Incredible, beautiful, the pharaonic warrior is coming. I love him. He types like a fucking legend.
This. What the fuck is this? It's not Egyptians, lol. Laughing emoji. Nubian royal guards come help Bayek, nonetheless. Egypt Thibis golden pharaohs.
Golden pharaohs.
What's he talking about?
I love it.
I've got one here. He said, the song is so weak. Okay, that's on your video.
Oh my god. He said, looks retarded, lol. It's bullshit. It's not Egypt, it's Rome. Pretend be Egypt like they always do. Laughing emojis.
Like he doesn't know what.
He doesn't understand. And then someone replied and was like, you don't seem to understand what Ptolemaic Egypt was like. And then goes on to explain it. And then he gets mad and leaves a fucking novel.
Just probably bullshit, like incomprehensible.
Yeah, it says, hang on, I'll read a little bit of it. I'm real Medjai, and it's so sad. Everybody wanted peace of Egypt. Only the real Medjai know this, but you know nothing of ancient Egypt. Was called ancient Kemet, KMT. It means Kemet, sometimes pronounced Kemut, is one of the many names used to refer Egypt by Egyptians in the ancient times. And then he just goes on to spew a load of other shit about Medjai warriors, Nubian Medjai leopard warriors, blood running through my body.
Blood running through. Listen to this. Empire awesome. This is incredible. Assassin's Creed Empire game so awesome. I can't wait to see this Assassin's Creed Empire game. The Pharaonic Warrior is coming. Amazingly awesome Assassin's Creed Empire.
It sounds like a Your Raptor title.
It does. It does. Yeah.
That's amazing. Bloody hell. Well, to move on from fucking body
using this poor man.
What else we got? Where were we? Can we move on entirely?
Oh my god, yeah, we can move on entirely. Thank you for asking.
Oh, you're lagging a bit there.
I've got. I'll tell you what what?
I think it's okay now.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was pretty fucking sick this week, and I watched in about 3 days all 4 seasons of Black Mirror, and that was fucking incredible.
Black Mirror is very good. It's very good.
Have you watched? Did you just get into it, or have you been watching this for a while?
I watched it when there was 3 seasons of it out, and then last year I think, and then I watched season 4 when it came out.
How have you not told me to watch this?
I did. I did.
Ben.
Probably did, but you just went, nah, I don't care about that shit.
No, I didn't say
Get
that.
I didn't fucking say that. Shit out of my fucking face. I don't want.
I didn't say that about Black Mirror. I never said that about Black Mirror.
I think I did bring it up once. I think it was I know when it was. It was when we were on a previous podcast. It was towards the end of last year. It was when we were talking about the Joe Rogan where he got Colin on for a second time, and they talked about Black Mirror on that. And I was like, yeah, that's a fucking great show. You should definitely watch it. It was just a little passing comment.
Yeah, okay. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really know what it was about. Even when I started watching the first 2 episodes, I'm like, what is even the show about? Like, the first episode starts off and it's just like some princess is kidnapped and the only way he's going to release her is if the Prime Minister fucks a pig on television. I'm like, what the fuck is this show?
That's
I was
great.
like, okay,
one episode.
Right out of left
Day in the
field.
life in England, that.
Yeah, it happens all the time over here.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, maybe this just isn't targeted at me. And then the second episode's like a dystopian future where they're running on fucking treadmill bike things. And I'm like,
that's a good one.
I'm like, all right. I mean, it was all right. It was pretty good at the time. But then I watched more. I'm like, yeah, it's not a very good episode in comparison. Like, there's only one episode I didn't like of the whole series. And that was Metalhead.
Yeah, I agree.
Metalhead was shit.
It was so boring. That episode. It's a good thing it was really short as well. Like, it wasn't a very long episode.
It was
like
45 minutes, something like that. Yeah, just fucking with those stupid robots and her dropping bloody rocks on their head or whatever she was doing. I remember.
I don't really know what was.
It was all right, but I was the only one I didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like watching it, it wasn't a bad time, but I'd never rewatch it because it's fucking. Yeah, it's not something.
I wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah, it wasn't. I felt like one.
I felt like I watched, because the episodes are pretty fucking long. I felt like I just watched 19 movies. You know what I mean? Because they're all just individually spectacular, right? And so different. But I felt like when I was at season 2, the Be Right Back episode just was so much emotionally. Like, some of them were emotionally just so draining.
What was that one again? Remind
me. It was
me.
the one where this girl's husband dies, but there's like there's like a way to talk to him.
Yeah, like
like his online profile.
Hux. It's General Hux. Yeah.
Oh yeah, General Hux. Yeah.
Yeah, that is
I was like,
really good.
So
episode.
sad.
Yeah.
It's like the replica app.
No, that replica app shit.
It's so funny. It called you a fucking epic gaming legend.
It called me an epic gamer legend. Yeah, I don't know why it did that out of the blue.
Because it's meant to pick up your personality traits. It's a bit messy until you get to like level 15, and then it starts like acting like you.
I don't want that.
Oh, I do. I can't wait. It's getting more smart every time I speak to it. It's great.
All I do is ask it to send me memes. I go, send me a meme, cunt. And he goes, do you like this one?
It keeps spamming me with things, trying to get me to talk to it. It's weird. But back to Black Mirror. Yeah, that fucking episode was mental. I feel like that show sometimes, there's certain episodes where you're like exhausted after watching it. You're like, I can't carry on. I need to go do something happy with my life. Because I got that with the what episode in season 4. I forget what it's called. It's like the 3rd episode. With
season 4 episode 3, is that the Hang the DJ?
Which one?
Hang the DJ I think might have been episode 4 of season 4. Is the love simulation?
Yeah, that's episode 3.
Nah, not that one.
Oh, it's the crocodile. You're talking about crocodile.
Crocodile, yeah.
Wait, what was that again?
Crocodile.
The one where she got caught and she killed.
They hit the car. We don't spoil it, but like all I say is like this episode starts with her and her boyfriend running over a dude.
Yeah. That one. That fucking drained me. I couldn't continue watching anymore after that. I had to take a fucking break. It was horrible.
I watched it all in bulk.
Oh, I don't know how you fucking continued after that. It fucking took it out of me.
I'll tell you, because I'd heard about the crocodile. Joe Rogan even Instagrammed like the crocodile, how like amazing it was and how fucked up it is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I watched it all in bulk, like the whole show, and the crocodile didn't even faze me.
Really?
Because I was numb by that point. Like I'd just watched 15 Black Mirror episodes before it. I was numb to emotions by that point. So I was like, even like at the end when the horror shit happens, I did say, oh, don't do that. I did go. I was like, oh no, you don't. No.
Maybe don't do that.
Yeah, and then but at the end of the day, I was like, yeah, I mean Black Mirror. Like I was literally like, yeah, Black Mirror. That's what it does.
That was horrible.
Shut up, because I know we're speaking in code here, so people have anyone who hasn't watched it, watch Black Mirror. But my favorite episode was Shut Up and Dance, because that to me was like the crocodile of season 3. But that was the one afterwards. I was like, yeah, what?
What happens in that one again?
It's the one with the kids.
It's like the premise of it is where the kids like a computer gets hacked, his webcam's hacked, and the video I'm jerking off.
Yes.
Oh, that fucking episode! Like it's like, what were you saying?
I didn't understand. I didn't get. I'll tell you what I didn't get. At the start of the episode, it explains at the end. Of course, it wraps it up. But at the start, I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, dude, who cares? Just let it go out.
Exactly.
This is why it's
sitting there like you jerked off. If that was me, like I was like, I'd be like, release it. I don't care. Send it to whoever. Yeah, jerk off.
I'm not robbing a bank at gunpoint. Like.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not.
He pisses himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's like okay, maybe but like
somebody.
That's going fucking far, and so it's like okay, well, at that point I was like, what is wrong with this kid? Like, why is he doing all this? It doesn't really make sense.
You just think it's because he's a teenager, might
it's
get
like he doesn't want to get embarrassed. Like they set up at the beginning that he's not liked as well by people. Like he goes over to someone and he's like, "Oh, what are you guys watching?" They're like, "Fuck off!" Like they're just like he doesn't have friends.
Yeah.
And so they set up that he's sort of like picked on and like people don't like him, and I guess he doesn't want that added on top of what's already going on in his life. So that sort of justifies it, I think. But yeah,
get to the end and you're like, oh,
you're like, oh fucking hell, and then it makes. I don't. I mean, it. I don't like. Are we talking spoilers or like?
Cover your ears for the next 10 seconds if you don't
Yeah. Okay. So after you watch the ending and it all makes sense, then you realize how fucked up the beginning was when he's at work and like this kid drops something and he like picks it up and gives it to him or whatever.
Oh, I didn't even think about. Oh no!
And he like smiles to the little girl. And you just, at the beginning, you just think, oh, he's a nice guy. And then you're like, oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, I didn't think
That's disgusting.
I know. It's so bad.
Disgusting.
Oh, God.
But he's a non-offending. He's a non-offending paedophile. He doesn't condone that.
Oh,
So.
fucking hell. Have you seen, talking about that, have you seen those guys on Twitter, Tyler?
This will spoil the whole thing. I've seen one person on Twitter that's like, this is, okay. My favorite one, and when I say favorite, because it's fucked, there's people that are like in their bios like, I'm a non-acting paedophile.
Yeah.
And then their pin tweet was like a meme using, and this pisses me off, because it's like the captain from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it's him like shrugging his shoulders, and the meme's like, when you're closed-minded and don't want to hear a new way of thinking, and it's just him shrugging his shoulders. I'm like, don't use the captain from Brooklyn Nine-Nine to make a point about accepting pedophiles.
Yeah.
Fucking
God.
Don't put it in your bio. Don't talk about it on Twitter. Go get fucking mental help.
Yes.
Oh my fucking God. Please.
It's like, look, it's fucked. But if you're a person that's not trying to, like, if you want to try and, like, if you realize that you think that way and you want to sort of sort it out, then, I mean, that's surely a positive thing, because people are like that, so it's sort of like the way people, I don't know how to fucking say this, I'm gonna end up like being the next fucking Shane Dawson, aren't I? My point that I'm trying to make is, if you are like that, it's the same as any other sort of mental illness where you are sort of fucked. It's like, if you're gonna try and get help and sort it out, then that's what you're doing, and that's a positive thing. But if you're fucking like putting all over Twitter like, oh, I'm a non-offending paedophile, just accept me for wanting to fuck kids, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, guys. It's like,
I just think about it and I pleasure myself over it.
Oh, that's so fucked.
Maybe don't do that.
That's so fucked. Fucking because there was that one recently that was like in the community. The dude
what?
with the
Wait,
what? Okay, so this happened.
Follows
right?
me on Twitter.
I mean, I blocked him, but his profile picture's Altair, and he's like an Assassin's Creed fan. He's part of the Assassin's Creed community. He used to tweet me all the time, and then one day someone was like, "You realize this guy has got that he's a fucking pedophile in his bio?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he showed up. I know we're trying to defend himself, and I'm like, no, that's fucked up. I was like, you can't stop. And then I just blocked him because I couldn't deal with it. I didn't know what to fucking do. I'm like, no, I can't be involved with this. It was, I don't know, it was fucking weird. But there's loads of them. They're all over Twitter, and it's really fucking weird. Like, just the other day, there was one that was trying to defend himself. Like, Abdullah Blue was like calling him out, and he was trying to defend himself. Then a week later,
wait, this is a thing that's going on? Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
this is something that happens on the fucking daily.
Yeah, this is all the time. And this guy that Abdullah Blue was calling out, and he was trying to defend himself, and people were defending him as well. Like, they've got a fucking community. And a week later, that same guy was fucking arrested. There's like an article about it. He was arrested for fucking a kid or something.
The person that was in our community?
Yeah, no. It's just someone that Abdullah Blue found and was calling out for being a paedophile and just, like, being open about it. And Abdullah Blue's like, this fucking, like, cunt. Like, what the fuck?
And that fucking kid that guy, like, sexually assaulted could have been saved a life of fucking pain if someone had done something about this fucking paedophile.
You see someone on Twitter that has in their fucking bio, I am a paedophile.
You go, you're coming with me to the fucking mental ward. Come along with me.
It's just fucked. That kind of shit is fucked. And there's
anyone
no
anyone that would hurt a child, physically touch a child like that, should be killed. That's just what I think. They should be killed.
I mean, I'm not bothered either way. Whatever. Just I just know it's wrong.
And if you're trying to say that you're not a person that does it, but you attract children, yeah, go lock yourself in a fucking closet for the rest of your life, like, because you can't go outside. Unfortunately, what's my brain? Sorry, you just shit out of luck in this life, and you just need to check out of it. In my opinion, there's just no room in any society for you at all, and I will not ever accept that.
Yeah, maybe go get help.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
it's like if you...
It makes me sick. This it just makes me feel sick.
It's like anyone having... Yeah, it's awful. It's like anyone having any kind of thoughts. Like if someone's got fucking like thoughts where they want to kill people, or if they want to fucking kill themselves, it's like, you fucking sort it out if there is a way to do it. You don't try and be like, no, you need to accept me for who I am. I haven't done anything illegal.
James.
No.
Put GIFs on Twitter with a little caption saying, close-minded people, man.
It's like, look, I don't actually fuck kids. I haven't done anything wrong.
All I do is go to the deep web and download child porn and pleasure myself over it.
That's so fucked. Okay, someone's going to take that out of context now.
Yeah, but I know the original context, so I don't fucking care.
It'll be too fucking late. Once the left gets a hold of that, you're done.
Once the left gets hold of that, this inner group that all works together.
They do. They're fucking hive mind.
Snowflakes. Oh.
Nah, someone's going to get a hold of that and they're going to be like, oh my god, I can ruin this person's career because he said he doesn't like Connor. And they'll destroy you.
What's
I'll take
Connor?
that one clip of you just saying, I go onto the deep web and... Well, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to ruin my career. But they'll take that.
What are you, a fucking pussy or something? You not want to say that?
Some scared boy.
Do you not want to say something incriminating?
I've said too much.
I'll end up like Shane Dawson, actually, with that, that situation.
It's like,
what happened to Shane Dawson, actually? What was that about?
He made jokes on a podcast. It was like his old podcast from about 8 years ago. He made some jokes about
weird jokes,
pedophiles and stuff. Like his joke, it was weird. It wasn't that funny.
Weird.
But when listening to him, like, yeah, it's just a joke. It's just like, oh, look at this edgy joke. It's like, oh yeah, it's whatever. He said something like they were talking about pedophiles, and he was like, right, so I mean, I don't understand why anyone would ever be like attracted to that. He's like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. And he's like, but and he's like, I can't remember how it came up. He's like talking about
this girl that he met, and he was like, this little girl he was taking a picture of his food at a restaurant, and this little girl came up to him and she was like, oh, are you putting that on Instagram? And he was like, yeah. And then she was like, oh, how many followers do you have? And he was like, showed her his Instagram, and then she showed hers to him. And he was like, on the podcast when he made the joke, he was like, oh, this little girl was sexy, like in like a jokey sort of way. Like
it's the way, like, yeah, it was like because she had like 200,000 followers, and so he was like, he was like, this girl has 200,000 followers, and he's like, but she was pretty sexy, and it's like the way that he says it is like, you can tell it's a joke. It's like, I mean, it's not that funny,
but it's a little creepy.
But I'm also not like super offended by it. Like knowing Shane Dawson, it's just like this is obviously a fucking joke. Like the girl was obviously, whatever. I mean, because Shane Dawson, he's fucking like, I mean, he's gay as well, isn't he?
Last time I heard he was bi, but I don't know.
He's fucking gay. He's definitely fucking gay.
Definitely.
He's definitely fucking gay.
It's like he says he's bi, but he's gay.
Come on, James. It's 2018. We're not cavemen.
Yeah, we're not cavemen.
But my point is, it's like you can
I say that to one of my friends, and he goes, no, I can fucking say it. They're legal now, so they're fucking we can make fun of them now. I'm like, you know what? That's kind of true. Like, because like most people know, my best friend's a gay guy, and I initiated him into the white privileged club. I'm like, you're now equal to straight white men. Welcome. You're now above white women. Welcome to the club. We need people on our team, so welcome. But that's a joke. That's a joke. It's not a joke. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
You make fun of them now, so because they're now on straight white man level.
Yeah. Bloody hell. But yeah, fucking Shane Dawson. I don't know. It's like, if that joke had been made by a woman as well, I don't think it would have been taken as badly either. Like, because it's obviously a joke. It's just like, this is obviously, like, you know, I don't know. I feel weird saying it, but, like, I get it. Like, I get what he was joking about. You know what I mean?
I don't really understand, because I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I don't know. It's like I get what the joke was. He's just saying, look, this girl obviously had an Instagram. She was probably, I don't know what I'm trying to say. She was 10, I think he says.
Oh my God, yeah. Let's not. Can we? Yeah, okay.
But
yeah.
Ooh,
Weird joke.
It's just like one of those light-hearted jokes where he's just like.
I'm not assuming something bad about it. I'm just saying it's a weird joke.
The fucking lights just flickered in here, man.
Did they? Fucking.
Don't be doing that.
You're gonna get attacked by the Slender Man.
Oh, scary me. Okay, that's a good segue, actually.
Is it?
Have you guys seen the trailer for the Slender Man movie that's coming out?
I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty
sure
it looks terrible.
Awful.
Oh, really? I remember back in the day when Slender Man was a big thing, like in my last year or so of high school, it was like some big deal.
Yeah, fucking 2013, it was huge, but
yeah. But maybe don't make a Slender Man movie in 2018. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, about 5 years too late.
Very fucking late. It looks shit. Just like every other horror movie nowadays.
I mean, what was the last horror movie I watched? I don't know. Fucking Cabin in the Woods. I don't know.
Oh, classic.
Do you not watch horror? You don't watch horror movies, do you, James? You don't like them.
I mean, it's not that I don't like them. It's just that I'm not like a. Like, if someone says, "Oh, watch the horror movie," I'm not going to be like, "Oh, no, I'm too scared." It's just sort of like, okay.
Elva fucking does.
We'll watch him. Elva's a fucking little bitch, though.
Elva's, like, scared of, like, nothing.
Fucking, what was she scared of? What was it we fucking watched? Unfriended.
Yeah.
Fucking pussy. I swear to God, I'll knock her out.
Unfriended.
Disclaimer, I don't beat her.
You do.
A lot.
I don't beat her a lot.
But yeah, fucking... Yeah, she was scared of fucking Unfriended. Yeah, she's scared of everything. But yeah, horror movies, I'm just not... I feel like a horror movie has to be really good to be good. Because a lot of them can just, like, kind of cross that line of just being, like, dumb and stupid. So, I don't know. It's difficult with horror movies.
Have you seen... Because I'm looking at the trending videos at the moment. Oh, in terms of horror movies, actually. So you haven't seen, like, It or, like, The Conjuring? These awesome new horror films?
No. Are they good?
It and The Conjuring are tremendous movies. Tremendous.
Well,
like, in terms of, like, quality films, The Conjuring to me isn't this, like, definitely not the scariest film I've ever seen. But they're well-made horror films. They're not shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can enjoy them for the story. Same with It. Like, it's not the scariest horror film ever. I don't think it's that scary at all, to be honest with you. It's more of a thriller than it is a horror. It's really, like, it has some jump scares, but it's mostly an interesting storyline. The kids and characters are awesome. Like, so well acted, all those kid characters. And the whole world they've built in, it's amazing. And yeah, like, I can't wait for the sequel because I know it's just going to be a well-made film. You know what I mean? And same with the Conjuring movies. First and the second movie were really, really good films. And it's not necessarily the scariest movie. Certainly not the scariest movies I've ever seen. I've seen much scarier.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I also am not scared of supernatural things at all. I can watch any supernatural movie. I'm not going to get really... I might jump around a little bit, be tense, but I'm not...
Jump around.
Oh, you know what I mean? Like, I might, like, if a jump scare, I might, like, be like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
But I'm not going to be, like, scared. Things that scare me are, like, Wolf Creek. There's no supernatural... Dude, you haven't seen Wolf Creek?
No, what's that?
Oh, it's an Australian film, but they're, like, it's probably the first... Both of them are probably the two most terrifying movies I've ever seen. It's based on... They're both Australian films. They've made a TV show out of it, actually, using the guy that plays Mick is fucked. Actually, I'm going to show you... Let's watch the Wolf Creek trailer, because I realize it might be, like... It might be a cult film in Australia.
Let me tell you the scariest movie ever.
Okay.
What is it?
Landmine Goes Click.
Oh, what a movie. I can't remember how we found that, but it was great.
Yeah, we find that. What the fuck?
I just came across on Netflix. It was...
Just happened, didn't it?
It's so good. If anyone ever wants a movie to watch where, like, like it'll be fucking so funny
bad that you get into it
because it's like it's so bad, but they've obviously taken this movie so seriously when writing it. When it gets to the latter half, you're so fucking invested in this fucking movie, but it's fucking hilarious. Like, unintentionally
it's not
hilarious.
Scary at all.
It's not a horror movie. I think it's meant to be a thriller, but like it's just so funny, but like you're also into it as well. Like, I'd recommend it. It's on Netflix. I'd really recommend it. It's fucking great.
It's terrible.
I've sent the link to it because this is the first one quick's pretty old. Like, it's like early 2000s, like probably 2001. I'd say.
Okay.
The second one might have come out in 2011, probably 10 years after. And they've now got a series, but it's the same guy. So it's all about so I'll give you the gist of it. So It's about this guy Mick in central, like middle of nowhere Australia. Wolf Creek's like an area in northern Western Australia, like middle of nowhere. Nothing's even like for thousands of kilometers around it. There's nothing. And it's all about this guy, this Aussie guy that lives out there, and he kidnaps, tortures, and murders backpackers because he doesn't like people that aren't Australian. Like if he finds out you're not from there, he fucking hates you, and he'll kidnap women and rape them. Like the second one's scarier. I watched the second one first because I was so young when the first one came out. Like I never kind of got around to seeing it until like the second one was a new one, and I was like, oh, I'll watch this. And the second one's a bit more because it's high budget, because obviously the first one was so successful. At least in Australia, it's a cult film, hugely popular. And the second one there's a couple of moments that are a bit Hollywoodish, but most of it's more terrifying in the sense of it really goes into more detail about what this guy does to people. And like he's got like a dungeon and you see in the second movie this fucking dungeon. It is terrifying because this guy chases you through the bush, like because these people try to escape, and he'll chase them down in his car and shit. He'll always find him. He's like a sharpshooter. He's incredible, but the actor is terrifying, terrifying. So anyway, here's the trailer for Wolf Creek.
All right, let me transition to the thing. All right, we got it up.
I'm ready.
Yeah, you've got it up.
Yep.
Ready? Hang on. Sorry. Before on the like related videos on the side, one of them is Handjob Cabin official trailer.
I know, it's
what?
That.
Yeah. What the fuck? Okay. Ready to play this trailer in 3,
I'm ready.
2, 1, go. So there's all the backpackers, classic tourists.
Oh, look at them all having a good time.
Getting drunk and committing infidelity.
Captain's log. So far, no sign of intelligent life forms.
I think it's an Aussie dude with 2 like backpacker friends from the UK, I think.
Okay.
So that's Wolf Creek. I think it's like a meteor strike location.
Looks like we might be spending the night.
It's based on kind of true stories, like a couple of different stories.
It feels like a documentary.
Yeah, it's weird.
Based on true events.
Oh,
It's not really.
God. Is it not?
What the bloody hell are you mob doing out here?
It's based on 2 different stories.
Scared the shit out of me.
So, where do you live?
Oh, I get around here. Never know where I might pop up.
What do you actually do?
I can tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
That's weird.
Oh, creepy man with the big hat on.
Let's play.
Oh.
So like, the trailer doesn't give it much justice, but I think the second one's more scary. But this one's pretty much like he finds them, like people that are like broken down somewhere or camping or around, and he so with these people he drugged their drinks, so they wake up and they're all tied up in different areas in his like property, and he's just torturing them, raping them and shit. Like it's fucked. Yeah, it's fucking terrifying. The second, I'll give you. I've never seen the TV show because that's only new. Like the second season just came out. I want to see, because like Wolf Creek 2 trailer. Okay.
I'll kill you. they have to kill you.
Oh, that was pretty... 2014 Wolf Creek 2 came out. Jesus Christ. But like in 2, it's like an Australian guy. He's after backpackers, but this Australian guy like finds this backpacker that's escaped, and then like tries to help her. So that's like, so he ends up chasing this dude all over. It's so, I don't know, it's just intense to watch because like, to me, like, it's just a psycho person, so it's real. You know what I mean? It's based on 2 different stories. One of them is like a serial killer in New South Wales outside Sydney, so like way more populated sort of area, that he would like drug him and take him or something like that. I forget, but it's basically a serial killer. But they based in that area off just a story of a dude that was following a woman, a backpacking woman. Oh no, I think the serial killer in New South Wales was after backpackers, but then there was just this story in that area of a dude following people in his car, but I don't think anyone ever actually got killed or kidnapped. So they kind of just put him in that position sort of thing. So there is a guy it's kind of based off, but it's not nearly as scary because to me Wolf Creek's terrifying because Australia's a massive country, but there's not much here. Like, there's a lot of stuff in certain areas, but most of it's just empty, and that's in a totally empty place. Like, there's no help for you. He just could do whatever he wants to you, and he's not going to get caught. He's not going to get arrested. Nothing's going to happen. So it's just crazy. Anyway, have you got the second one up?
I do have it up, yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, play.
Here we go, boys.
So it's obviously a bit more high budget, this second one. Oh, this second one's so terrifying because it's way more graphic. It's fucked. Holy shit. And there's like kind of like an interrogation sort of scene. It's, oh god, I would recommend watching Wolf Creek to anybody that likes horror films. But honestly, you don't need to watch the first one or like the second one because they're just really, it's the same dude.
He's the same fucking guy. What's he?
He said the same thing as well.
It's the same guy in all of them.
He's gonna get him.
Did you get hit? And people like me eat people like you.
Oh,
my god.
Tyler's a name. Big shooter and outback legend. Expect to come to my country. Waltz around like you own the bloody place. Come between a man and his meal and just work away. Bit rough, ain't it?
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Nothing but foreign vermin. A stink introduced species. And it's up to my kind to wipe your kind out. Let's play, eh?
Oh no.
Like, it's a terrifying, like, it's just like an anxiety film. Like, you're just anxious from start to finish. You're like,
Jesus.
yeah.
What did you do that for?
I don't think he was in the truck.
Oh shit. Boys.
Terrifying. And the show's about him as well. Like, it's the same dude. Like, he never gets fucking caught. He just does whatever he wants.
Fucking hell. Well, he's a bloody maniac.
And he used to, that actor used to be in Play School, which is like a children's show.
Oh my god.
In Australia. Like, and like, so that's a bit weirder. Like, it's like he was a child actor. Not, well, he wasn't a child, but he was like in kid shows.
Yeah.
And now he's like playing a serial killer rapist.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Those to me are the most terrifying sort of movies, like based on real shit. Like demons, ghosts and shit doesn't scare me.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
But yeah, would recommend. I'd like you to watch it though. I think James should shit yourself.
All right, well, I'll have to do that.
I'll have a little watch of that, yeah.
I don't think you're old enough, George. Maybe just.
I mean, I am 3 at the end of the day. Aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
Wow.
Oh, jokes. Just joking, mate. Just joking.
Yes,
You're not actually 3. Just so you know, you're not actually 3.
I mean, I don't know at this point.
I don't know at this point.
Oh god. All right. Well, what we got next on the fat list?
Oh yeah. Well, how do we even get onto that? I was talking about Black Mirror.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Anyway, tremendous show. Watch Black Mirror. The YouTube partnership drama.
Yeah.
Classic.
I totally understand what's happening. Can one of you explain to me what the fuck is going on?
I'll do it as best I can. So, YouTube have rolled out, well, it's not out yet, but they've explained in advance, which is incredibly strange to YouTube because they never tell us anything, but they've told us in advance that at the end of February, they're going to be rolling out new rules for their partnership program, which is obviously when you get partnered, you get paid on YouTube. So, what they're doing is they're changing it so you need to have, and they're going to like recheck your channel annually to make sure you meet the requirements, because if you somehow slip under, then you no longer qualify and they'll take away your partnership, which is you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watched, and that's like annually. So in order to qualify for the YouTube partner program, and people are getting really fucking pissed, and let me explain this because I know a lot of people don't understand. 4,000 hours watched is about, I mean, it could be like anywhere between 40 to 50 pounds in the UK, and that's annually. You need to have 4,000 hours watched. So if you somehow don't meet the threshold of 4,000 hours watched and obviously 1,000 subscribers, then you won't be making that money, which means that you're losing out on around about, I think I averaged it, and it's around about like £4.10 a month. You also don't earn 100% of it anyway, so it probably is something like £2.50, which is sort of, once you cross that threshold and you start earning money, you're earning £3 a month. Anything under that, you're not earning. And as well, YouTube, if you're partnering through YouTube, the YouTube Partner Program, you don't get paid until you've got £60 in your fucking account, like your AdSense account anyways. They will not pay it out unless it's past that threshold. So I really don't fucking know what everyone's crying about. Like, it literally does not matter.
Can I be devil's advocate here?
Go for it.
Like, I don't disagree with what you just said. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter in terms of money. And I focus, when it comes to drama or anything, on facts, not on feelings. But just to be devil's advocate to you, to be a voice to whoever these people are that are sitting there thinking, why are they talking about what my opinion is, my feelings? I've heard people say it's not about the money.
Okay.
It's not about the money that people are upset about. These small channels already feel like they're not treated like their content's worth anything, and this just makes them feel like their content's worthless.
Well, then that's stupid. That's
Maybe your content is fucking worthless.
Fuck off. I mean, like, the thing is, right, I made videos for 3 years before I earned anything. And I didn't want to earn anything. I didn't fucking care. I made it because I fucking loved it. So
I did it for fucking 5 years before I earned anything.
If you don't do it because you love it, then fuck off. Like, I mean, what else is there to fucking say? Like,
well, for example, I saw one of my friends that I know, I don't know them through YouTube. I know them personally through university, and they have a YouTube channel. They have over the threshold, and I don't know about the hours watched, but they certainly have over the threshold of subscribers. Yeah. They have like 2,000 something, and they do like sort of like mini indie film type videos. I'd assume they'd be over all the thresholds, but she made a tweet saying it's not about the money. I don't care about the money. It just makes their content, small content creators feel like their content's worthless. And I'm sitting there thinking, but why? Like, that to me is your sort of insecurity to it, isn't it? Like, it's not, because what is the partnership drama about? Well, it's about the money. It has nothing to do with calling content worthless. You saying it makes you feel like your content's worthless isn't actually based on any facts or evidence. It's just based on an insecurity with your own content. Trust me, this guy makes amazing content, far better videos than I make. I'm being real. So I certainly don't, even if I was on the threshold, it doesn't make my content feel worthless. It makes me feel motivated to get over the threshold if it's not, to make my content feel worth something, but I don't think my content's worthless. You know what I mean? So I found that weird to see someone say. I'm like, that to me is insecure. That's all I see there's insecurity, which doesn't make sense to me at all, especially with how good I know their content is anyway. So it's a bit bizarre to me. To be honest,
it's like
it's a bizarre reaction.
The thing is, like, you don't lose anything, but the money that you're earning, and what you're earning is shit anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't need that money. Like, and what it does is it goes to help the people on the platform that do need the money, that could need that boost, like content creators that are just over the threshold that might need the boost.
Probably
or like
not going to
it,
sure.
It's like, it's one of, like, all it's doing is it's taking away from people that, you know, are earning barely anything, and there's so many fucking channels out there that are earning, like, you know, barely anything, and it's taking that and then it's spreading it amongst other people, and it probably isn't going to affect it a great deal, but it's doing it anyway. And then all it means is, for smaller content creators, you just got to keep doing what you're doing, just keep working hard, and one day you will be over the threshold, and then you'll start to earn money through doing that. And like I've been saying to loads of people, your content shouldn't come from your want to get money. Like, I didn't start YouTube because I wanted to get money. I started YouTube because I liked to do it. And as I did it more and more and more, I was like, oh, I'll monetize it because I know that's a thing you can do. But that was never like the driving thing. It's like now, if I suddenly lost all monetization, I wouldn't stop doing it entirely. I'd do it a lot less, but I'd still keep doing it because I like to do it. So it's just one of the things. I feel like it's a positive in another way as well, because it means that anyone that's just doing it for the money and can't grow the channel because they're like, oh, but like I really want to make money, and that's the only reason they're doing it. It's like, well, then they'll fuck off, because they're like, well, I don't have any reason to do this anymore because I can't even do it.
A bunch of channels that have like no subs but make a viral video and get loads of money off of it.
Yeah, and it's like, and now,
they won't be able to anymore. So it's literally just now genuine content creators can. Yeah, exactly. Well, not necessarily genuine, because there's still some scummy cunts on the side
like
that
Logan
do
Paul.
Money, but that'll kind of stop people from coming onto the site just to make money now.
Yeah, like you said, because there's the barrier of 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours watched. Even if you cross that hours watch threshold by making a viral video, like a one-off viral video, you're not making money off of that because you can't monetize it because you haven't got over 1,000 subscribers. So you're not making money off it because that's not content you're making. So I guess what they're doing is they're pushing dedicated content creators, because if you're consistently gaining subscribers and getting those views that you need, then you're making money for it. Whereas if you're just uploading a video of your cat making a funny sound and getting 30 million views, you're not making any money off of that because you're not a content creator. So I guess what they're doing is they're trying to push content creators, and if you're not over that threshold, what it should be doing is pushing you to get over that threshold. You've got another reason to get to get there, because it means you start to earn money. So I just think it's a positive thing all round. Like, I don't know, like some people have been saying, oh, but now I won't be able to upgrade my setup so I can improve my channel. I'm like, you're not going to be upgrading your setup on £2.50 a month. Fuck off. What are we talking about? Like, I didn't earn money for 3 years, and I managed to grow my channel to be well over that threshold within it was probably the first 2 years I was over that threshold. No, it was 1,000 subs. Yeah, so 3 years. So, you know, I just think all the controversy is really fucking stupid, and it's kind of for people that probably just don't understand it. I don't know.
So, I was just looking through, talking about all the monetization stuff. Remember last podcast, I was going through that, I'm not sure if it was Clubhouse or Kill Connor Club last weekend, that video, the Who Is He video, and I claimed, there's a claim on it, which was just from fucking Base 79 person. Your dispute wasn't approved. The claimant has reviewed their claim and confirmed it was valid.
What?
Yeah.
That should not happen.
You may be able to appeal this decision, but if the claimant disagrees with your appeal, you could end up with a strike on your account.
That's fucked.
Well, they've got that thing, don't they, when demonetizing videos, that YouTube has allowed people that regulate this shit to demonetize videos if it offends them personally, or if it goes against their views personally.
They say they own the visual content, which is actually Ubisoft's, not theirs.
It's a third-party claim. It's a copyright thing. So someone that doesn't own it, you know, when my Batman video got claimed by that Spanish YouTube channel, it's that similar thing. Tyler's got a video claimed, and they're claiming that Ubisoft's game footage is theirs when it's not. And he's appealed it, and they've come back and gone, no, it's valid, and they've kept their fucking claim up. That's bullshit. I don't know what to do.
I cannot be fucked dealing with this. I don't actually care that much. I don't even have ads on my channell anyway.
Yeah, but it's not about that. It's about the fact they can't fucking do that shit.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I know. But you know what? This isn't my hill to die on right now.
Speaking of Wherever Tomorrow, they're on 14 million subscribers, almost 15 million.
What were they fucking doing, claiming Little James's Batman Let's Play?
What are they doing?
Bloody hell, I was there, playing my Batman Arkham Asylum. They bloody claimed episode 4. Scared the shit out of me. Because I didn't know what was going on back then. Fucking 2012, I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, you literally just loaded like a fucking Let's Play of Arkham Asylum.
Yeah,
and they were just like, nah, it's fucking mine.
Got like 20 views, and they're like, no, I want to make the money on that. The fuck?
It wasn't even monetized anyway.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was just a clip of Batman going through a vent in Batman
I
Arkham Asylum.
remember I used to fucking click monetize on videos before I was even partnered or making money on YouTube because it looked cool because there was a green dollar sign next to them.
So your videos had ads on
weird.
them and Google was making all the money.
Money,
And I couldn't fucking make money off of it. Google was making all the money. There were ads on it, but I was just like, it's cool. So I was like 11 or 12.
God,
so.
I remember when I first started making money with fucking Machinima. Oh, Machinima. I can't believe I spent, like, how long was it? It was like 2 years with them before I realised that I can leave whenever I want. Because I was under 18 when I signed the fucking contract, and they're not allowed to do that, so... They were like, yeah,
I've been with Freedom, then I went to Curse, and I've never gone back to anyone else.
Well, I was with Machinima, then I went to Curse, and then I went to Freedom, because they offered me 5% more ad revenue, and I was like, yeah.
Fair enough.
That's good. I might try and up it again. I'll email them soon and be like, look, I'm thinking of leaving, guys. Could you maybe up my percent? That'd be great.
97%.
They'd be like, we don't want to lose the big lasers. And I'll be like, yeah, no, you fucking don't.
Yeah, they don't.
98%, please.
98. Are they really gonna? They'll be like, they'll say fuck off, not under 2%.
They'll be like, yeah, do it. That's 3%. What are you talking about?
98, James.
Yeah, from 95.
2%.
It's not.
What do you mean?
I don't
James,
have 90. I'm
saying they're taking 2%, you dumb cunt.
Oh, I thought you meant like upping it. Oh, okay. All right,
no.
Yeah, sure. Well, they only take 5% currently. So yeah, fuck it. They can have 2%. That's fine. They have like fucking thousands of people because they partner anyone. So I reckon they'd do it. I'll be like, look, I'm gonna leave, guys. You're gonna lose out on all that money. All of it.
Can't be losing out.
97%. I'll barter with them. I'll be like, look, I'll start off at like 99%. I'll be like, look, guys, can you do this? Give me a managed channel, and I'll take it down to 97. And there you go, problem solved. And they'll be like, oh, that's a fucking good deal, mate. I'll be like, yeah, it fucking is.
Sick deal.
Maybe I'll do that. I'm not talking about all my fucking fucking plans here. I don't want Freedom listening to me, knowing what I'm up to. Fucking scheming.
Fucking scheming.
Yeah.
Fake
Bloody
news.
hell. What were we talking about? Oh, the monetization thing. Yeah. Are we done with that?
So anyway, let's move on. The Hidden Ones DLC has a release date, which is now apparently for Xbox users in some regions.
Yeah, it was.
But it's actually supposed to be
2 days ago.
The 23rd of January. Is that right?
Yes.
Even though it came out. This is what I understand, James, is because you got it after I checked, and when I checked, I couldn't get it, and then you were able to still download it. So I think my region, because supposedly with some regions it was unlocked in. It wasn't all regions that it was dropped. So the Australian Xbox Marketplace, the Australian New Zealand one, didn't ever have it. Like you can't even find the Hidden Ones on the Marketplace if you search for it. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't download the DLC, but you did. Did you, George? Oh, you would.
Nah, I did.
He will be able to get it though, because we do Xbox sharing, so he'll be able to install it because I got it. I think that's how it works. Because I've got it installed. He should be able to download it.
Oh, I just haven't gotten around to it.
So, without any spoilers, James, what's your opinion of the Hidden Ones DLC then?
I think it's really fucking good. I really fucking like it. I haven't got around to doing literally any of the side content. I've done one side quest, and I've just done the story. It took me about 3 hours to finish the main story just playing through it, which is, I mean, that's a fine length. The DLC on its own costs about £10, I think, which is hilarious because it's cheaper than the Nightmare Pack, which is so fucking funny.
It's hilarious, yeah.
But there's that, and I think that's fucking great that, it's £10, and there's all this side content I haven't even touched. Like, there's a bunch of side quests and a bunch of side shits, like a whole new region, and the main story was 3 hours. It's just nice, and I think that means that the next DLC is going to be the bigger one, because that's the one that's more money. And I think that it'll be the same as The Witcher in the sense that you had Hearts of Stone, and then you get Blood and Wine, not to the same scale, but like in terms of if you look at the structure, obviously the Hidden Ones is DLC 1, and then the Curse of the Pharaoh is DLC 2, and it'll just be a bigger DLC, I'd assume. But Hidden Ones, I really fucking liked it. Story was concise. You know, it wasn't dragged on. Pacing was fine. The missions were fun. Characters were good. Just felt good seeing Bayek
Obviously,
again.
nowhere near on the level of something like Hearts of Stone.
Oh no, it's not obviously not like The Witcher 3. Like that's the same with the main story. Like talking in terms of origins, obviously not as good as The Witcher. But,
I mean, not even the Frozen Wilds was able to get to the level that The Witcher DLC did.
Yeah, of course not. But as origins,
I mean, the Frozen Wilds was
really
pretty
good.
fucking good though.
It really
is
was,
really good. Yeah, fucking great. And the Hidden Ones I think was really really good too. It's a good addition to Origins. Not really anything that I necessarily disliked. Just like you could have added more outfits. I think maybe that's like maybe it. More outfits and gear stuff. I think that maybe would have been something that I'd say add more of in the expansion. But other than that, I don't know. It was good seeing Bayek again. I really liked him. Like from the opening point when you go to this new area for the first time, and the opening scene. I don't think this is necessarily a spoiler, but like. You've got some guy singing about like the legendary Bayek, and Bayek just walks past and throws a coin in his like hat. And
spoilers.
And Bayek just has like a line where he just walks by and he's like sounds like quite a man. Obviously, it's him, and it's just like
It's kind of an Ezio moment. That's a bit of an Ezio moment.
That's what I thought. Actually. That's what I thought when I saw it. I was like, that's a bit of an Ezio moment, but I fucking loved it. I was like, that's cool.
Seems like quite a man.
Yeah, that does sound like an Ezio line, yeah.
But I really
it's like
well, she's actually said that line. Do you remember when at the start of Brotherhood in the villa, and that lady's talking to him, with all your weapons, I'm sure Ezio Auditore would be impressed. Like says something along the lines of sounds like quite that man. Yeah. You know? So but you know, but he sounds like Ezio when he says it,
thinks about
Ezio.
It's weird because she's like Claudia thinks the world of him.
Yeah.
So weird. It's like, Claudia, get off this dick, man.
Fucking hell. But yeah, Hidden Ones is great.
I love the outfit. I just want that fucking outfit.
The outfit's so fucking cool. The back of the hood is like the same pattern as Altair's hood, and I fucking love it. I love it so much. It's great.
And you can use it in like the normal open world. You can use that outfit everywhere, right? Like,
yeah. It's just an additional area in the world. You just fast travel to it, same as like Dead Kings or something.
Oh, my dick is so hard for that outfit.
It's really fucking good. I love it.
Mainly just because all the outfits are so shit in the game.
Sorry. Did you just fucking compare it to Dead Kings?
Well, I mean, like, yeah, the way that you can travel from France, like Paris to Franciad, and it all carries over. That's what I meant. Like, not in terms of quality.
I love the France. I wish we could go there in Origin.
Hey, Dead Kings ain't a bad deal. Dead Kings ain't a bad DLC.
Yeah, it's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, but you think that until you 100% it.
What do you mean?
You 100%ed it, but like...
I 100%ed it twice, actually.
Yeah, that's depressing.
Fucking... But what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean you think it's going to do 100%? Hey, bro, you don't think I've 100%ed it? What are you talking about?
Just has a problem with playing things to death, I think.
All I do is play things to death. It's like I'm a completionist.
Yeah,
That's how I function.
I haven't sat down and played a video game in weeks.
Yeah, you should do it.
Oh, yeah, I haven't been able to either. I talked about this last podcast. Like, I was playing GTA 5 online because I had nothing to do. I'm like,
oh, that's disgusting. You should play a fucking game. Play something good. Disgusting. What are you doing?
I've got my second Origins playthrough, but I'm literally right up to the point where
the crocodile.
I'm about to start recording the whole season of Free Run for Justice. Like,
right.
I've got everything exactly set up. I'm ready to start right now, but I've been so sick I haven't been able to do any recording or anything. So that's the problem with that.
Well, I mean, just to finish off what I was saying about Dead Kings, I think actually the DLC has the best assassinations in the game. I think
Dead Kings?
Did I say Dead Kings? I meant the Hidden Ones.
I was gonna fucking say the best assassination.
I don't remember assassinating anyone, to be honest.
Yeah,
you killed like I don't know a fucking NPC with this unnamed best assassination.
Nah, in the Hidden Ones, I think the assassinations are way more fun than the base game. I don't know what it is. It just, I mean, the way I'd like it to is
has some good ones.
Yeah, they do. That's not to say they're bad. I think the Hidden Ones does it better though. I don't. The first one. It's just these like lieutenants that you take out, and they have little backstories. It's like nice. They're not like super fleshed out or anything, but they have nice little backstories, and that's cool. But you
said it reminds you of AC1.
Yeah, it reminds me of AC1 in the sense that you go to an area and it's like, okay, your target is in here. Now kill your target. And I don't know, it's just done in this... Maybe it's more like... I mean, it's like AC1, it's also sort of like Unity. I feel like there was something slightly more linear about a lot of the assassinations in the main story of Origins. Like, in the DLC, like, you go to this camp, and it's a huge fucking camp. And you've got, like, these zip lines across the top, like it's in a quarry. And you've got your target who's, like, on this stage, and he's executing hidden ones. And you have to go and kill him. And so, like, I tried to do it as stealthy as I could, and it felt so fucking good. Like, it was the first time in Origins that I felt like an assassin properly.
Hey, you know what would have made that better?
What?
If there was a big crowd and there was social stealth.
Yeah, definitely would have done.
Nah, they were like, yeah, we don't need that feature that is really cool and works really well.
Yeah, they'll add it in Bayek's sequel, George.
Don't worry. Don't fucking worry.
He hasn't learned it yet. He's not assassin. He hasn't known it
and
yet.
they do some stuff. Like, I don't want to spoil this because it is really cool. But
yeah, maybe let's leave it where it is.
Yeah, I don't want you to spoil it.
But I
for
do
me.
think
There's no point in me playing.
Let's leave it where it is. Let's just leave it where it is.
I just want to say that I do think we're probably going to get a Bayek sequel.
Hey.
I do think.
Fuck everyone that thinks it's gonna be
I
fire.
know what kind of happens because I just spoiled it for myself because I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm like, oh, well, it's already out, and I kind of just want to play it now, and everyone's played it. I mean, I get what you're saying, but also maybe I don't think it's any more of assuring than the main game is that there's a Bayek sequel.
I think it's more because I don't know. I just feel.
Maybe we'll talk about this next podcast. Maybe we'll talk about this after it's out and everyone. Yeah.
Sure.
Is it how they handle his character? It feels like it's more fleshed out and like he's.
I feel like there's that where it's like, yeah, look, they've got this character and clearly they've written this DLC to be like, look, there's like more to him. Like he clearly has a focus. That's what I think it is. Like there's a clear focus. He's
47 years old in the hidden ones.
He's 7.
47.
He's 47 years old.
He's 7 years old.
Give us a sequel where he's got a grey beard.
And
he's got his hood and he's walking around like...
I was like, can you really do a trilogy with him if he's 47 in the hidden ones? What do you get?
I mean, you can have the second game set over... It doesn't have to be set over a huge period of time, does it?
No, you're right, but like, we might be lucky to just get one sequel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we'd get...
No. As long as we get another game with Bayek, I'm fucking happy.
I agree. I'd be happy.
This character away. He's so good. I was playing the hidden ones. I love him even more. Like, just seeing him in these cutscenes, like the way he interacts with characters and the shit he says, like, I fucking love him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Don't throw him away. Like, just don't do it.
James,
please.
Come on. They're already working on Texas as Cowboy as we speak.
The next game, will be Japan.
It will be Japan.
And
just
that's
text
for
me.
Sure.
I love. Did you see? We all saw on Twitter the fucking poll that all the voice actors were getting into about like.
God, yes.
Abubakar was fighting with like Victoria Akin and Paul Amos of whether Jacob and Evie are better than Bayek and Sinu, and I'm laughing because my Bayek on the poll destroyed. I'm like, you've got two characters up against one character, and that one character raped them both.
Yeah,
like in that poll. And Victoria made the poll.
Yeah, that's
it's on her Twitter.
She was destroyed.
And she just got wrecked.
It's because she was on the KCC. Everyone voted against her.
Oh, I see. That's why. I was gonna make a joke about that. I was like, because you tweeted, James, look, you're great, Victoria, but it's obviously Bayek. It's better. Yeah. And I was gonna respond going, and this is like only a couple of hours after Abubakar like had to let us know he couldn't do the podcast. I was gonna go, well, at least she's been on the Kill Connor Club, but I was like, I won't, because it was just gonna be a joke. I thought it was funny, but then I'm like, I don't want him to think I'm like bitter or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I 100% think Bayek's better as well, so I also wouldn't even mean it.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
then Roger Craig Smith jumps in and he's just like, Enzio Auditore here, what's happening?
Yeah.
And I'm just laughing my ass off. I'm just like, oh my God. I was like, these little fucking like peasant characters can argue all they want about, well, who's better between Jacob and Evie or Bayek? And I'm like, well, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because there's only one king of Assassin's Creed, and his name's Ezio Auditore.
Desmond Miles.
How dare you?
Only true assassins know that Desmond is the best character in the franchise.
He's the most epic.
Kotaku made an article yesterday ranking all the assassins. I don't know if it was yesterday, but I saw it yesterday. Ranking all the Assassin's Creed assassins since Bayek and Aya and stuff have been added to it. And the article's literally like, we're not going to give you any reasoning. Here's the definitive list. It's obviously a bit of a troll article because there was no written stuff. It was just like, here's the list, it's definitive, and then it's just ranked them. Ezio was number 1.
Of course he was. Then
So it used 16 assassins to rank him. Connor was ranked number 16. He was the bottom.
Was he actually?
Yeah, it was right. He was everyone. I've never seen like a journalist or anybody really think that Connor's not the worst. But of course he's the worst character. Like it's not really. I'm not talking about like I have this biased opinion against Connor. Objectively speaking, narratively, character-wise, he is by far the worst written assassin of the game.
I think Jacob's written worse.
No. Jacob's no. Because the thing is, right?
It's kind of held up
because what you've got
a game better in Eevee's.
What you've got to remember though when taking this thing, because this is what I always say to everyone, is that the idea of to me, the idea of Connor's character and the idea of Jacob's character against each other, I think that Jacob's a worse idea for a character. The idea for Connor's character is fucking cool. That's why I was so hyped for Assassin's Creed 3. It's just written so fucking poorly. That's why he's a bad character. It's the writing. It's not the idea of, this kid, his village gets destroyed and he joins this, he ends up joining the assassins and all this shit. Like, that's fucking cool.
Is that not the writing in itself, though?
No. It's the way he is written. The way he's written is to contradict himself and make no fucking sense with his actions. It's not logical what he does. That's why he's a shit character. Not logical what
Jacob does either, though. Like, he fucking
Jacob's
fucks the
a fucking
economy
idiot
up
as well.
Twice, and then
Jacob's an idiot as well. Like, they're both
up the piece.
They're both at the bottom of my list. But in terms of which one's written better, Jacob's definitely a better written character. At least he stays shit, but at least his character's at least consistent. Yeah, whereas Connor's just all over the fucking place. It's like 5 people wrote him.
He doesn't even have any redeemable moments, whereas Connor does.
Does he?
Do you want me to give you the list, Kotaku list?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so this is the article. This is all it says.
Go from worst to best. So.
Yeah, I'll go from worst to best.
Right.
It's the list did surprise me a little in some areas. It made me upset a little, but it doesn't matter. It's just Kotaku, one dude's opinion, so it's just a bit of a laugh. Yeah. He just said, it didn't actually upset me. I don't know why I said that. He said, while some assassins are fun and sexy chaps, others are dour bums who can't jump off walls properly. Here, with minimal fanfare and no explanation given, is a definitive ranking of all Ubisoft's main assassins. So there's 16. So it's number 16 is Connor.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Number 15.
Wait, 16? How'd they get 16?
Yeah, they use Xiaoyun, Nikolai,
they're not
Aveline, Adewale.
They don't exist.
Let me just read You're going to be mad at this straight away.
Go for it. All right.
Connor at 16.
Okay.
Altair at 15.
Okay, get out.
Maybe
get
stay.
out. Get out.
They obviously,
I am a little bit upset.
That I know. I'll tell you. That upset me a little too.
Me.
Yeah, that upset me too.
This is the
14,
definitive list, guys. We have to go.
It is the definitive list, true.
Okay.
Which means that I think Aveline is better than Altair.
That's upsetting. Nikolai Orlov, better than Altair. Of course he is.
Arno, number 14.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll probably put him better.
I mean, Arno's definitely better than Xiaoyun, Nikolai
Orlov.
Of
course, yeah. Yeah, it's because I'm thinking those are fucking, they're all off. They're not even on, they shouldn't be on this fucking list.
Yeah.
What is
number
this?
13 is Abazmir.
Arbazmir. He's way better than Arno. He's better than Altair and Arno. Arbazmir.
Abazmir.
Number 12, Nikolai Orlov.
What?
Not that Nikolai's a bad character, but he doesn't what?
He doesn't
also
do anything.
What?
They don't. They don't have character.
But also what? Yeah.
Okay.
Xiaoyun, number 11.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I actually don't mind Xiaoyun, but also not as good.
She's fine.
Number 10 is number 10, Aveline.
Right.
Right, well, yeah, she is shit, so...
She's way better than Altair, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Number 9, Lydia Fry, I imagine,
she
from
the fucking count.
She doesn't
she counts less than fucking Arbazmir.
Lydia Fry is better than Arbazmir, Altair, Xiao...
Yeah, I know, hilarious. I forgot Lydia Fry was a character. I forgot
Lydia
about World War
Fry, better than Connor Kenway.
Played as Lydia Fry for about a fucking millisecond. Maybe that's...
Who are they counting on this list? Well, I don't understand why someone like Arbazmir. Are we counting?
I think they're trying to piss people off because at the end of the list it goes, "Remember, this list is definitive." That's all the article says.
Maybe they are trying to piss people
off. Number 8 is Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7 is Shay.
Yeah. He's not an assassin.
Number 6 is Adewale.
Okay.
Okay, now we've got the top 5. Number 5 is Edward.
Alright.
Oh, I thought
That means Evie's above Edward, doesn't it?
You mean?
Wait for it.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Aya.
What? She doesn't count?
She's not true, but she's on there. Number 4 is Aya, better than Edward and Altair. Not that Aya's bad by any means, but she's not even in comparison.
She's shit though.
Number 3, here we go. We're at the top 3 now. Number 3 is Bayek.
Okay.
Number 2 is Evie. Number 2 is Evie.
Off.
And number 1, of course, is Ezio. You can't.
Gotta be
I think
Ezio,
if Ezio was number 1, everyone knows that's a troll because no one doesn't think Ezio is the best. And if they don't think Ezio is the best, it's because they don't know Assassin's Creed. They're not a real fan. So
I know Ezio is the best.
Yeah, the rest are all like definitely like up for debate in the community. But if you don't think Ezio is the best, like
even the voice actors were like, even I love Abubakar's response when Roger P. Smith came in. He's like, "Oh my god, I feel like I just summoned a god." Like, press Control Alt Delete. Like, because it literally is like Roger P. Smith. Ezio's like the Assassin's Creed's a massive franchise. It's like a fucking god character.
He's a pretty big voice actor as well.
Yeah, Chris Redfield, Batman in
Origins. He's only gotten bigger and bigger and bigger since like doing Ezio as well.
Yeah, Sonic. He's fucking Sonic.
He is Sonic.
Yeah. He's Captain America, I think, in the Marvel cartoons.
Yeah, he's fucking amazing. Like, and that's the thing. Like,
he's one of the top voice actors.
Ezio's always going to be at the top. Like, people can say like, oh, I think Ezio's overrated because of this and that. And it's like, look, if you were to do this, and I'm not saying do it because that's depressing and you can do better things with your life. But if you sat and broke down the writing of every character, Ezio is written the best. He's the best written character. He just is.
Also,
like,
credit to the fact, objectively speaking, he also has by far the most screen time, the most game. Like, everything is in his favor. There's a reason he's the best, and don't get me wrong, it is because in a big way everything is in his favor for him to be the best character. Like, if there was only ever just Assassin's Creed 2, we never got anything else, he'd still be up there at the top, but there'd be more of a debate, like, is Edward better, is Bayek better? You know what I mean? Like, there'd be those arguments, whereas you can't really have them. And it's because Ezio just has everything.
Yeah, exactly. Ezio has way more development. He has so many character arcs. He has so much depth to him. There's so much. You can't argue it. Objectively, he's the best character because he's he's the best written, and he's had 3 fucking games. If you say anyone else is a better character, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah. Countless books, countless comics, movies.
Yeah, so much Ezio.
3 games. Yeah.
Like, give Bayek a few games and we'll see. But I don't think he'll ever like anyone more than.
I mean, there's so much nostalgia.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I'd
be fine with having if Bayek got 2 more games, I'd be fine having a debate with someone about it. I'll always think Ezio's the best character, but I wouldn't be as upset at that point if someone's like, with a character as good as Bayek is, because he is amazing. He's my favorite character that isn't Ezio and Altair. Even then, it's hard for me to compare. Like, Altair, Bayek, and Edward are like my second favorites, and I could put them in and out in different orders at any moment. You know what I mean? Because in some ways I think Edward's the second best assassin, but then I'm like, no, but Bayek's pretty awesome. Oh, but what about Altair's the history of him?
Altair's my second best. Then I've got to go Bayek as third, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think Edward's got to go behind them.
It's super close for me because Edward to me is one of the most relatable.
I love Edward. I do love Edward.
Yeah, it's hard for me because those 4 are by far the best. Like, I think we can all agree. Those 4 characters are amazing.
And then you've got like Arno, who's like the best of sort of like a shit bunch, I guess. I think
his game is the worst, but
what's good with Arno is he has done, like, to me anyways, like, I think pretty highly of Arno, and it's a shame because everything's sort of against him. Like, he had a shit game, with like a shit launch, and everyone hates Unity and shit, and like, everything around him was shit, but him as a character he's pretty fucking good. And like, Dead Kings he was great in Dead Kings, way better in Dead Kings than he was in the main story.
He wasn't down by
the big problem with any character, and this is the thing, and this is like an objective sort of thing, is that with fans and with audience members that are playing games, the biggest thing for an audience is for people to. For characters to be relatable, they have to be intelligent. And when I say intelligent, I mean make decisions that the player themselves think is the right decision. You know what I mean? So someone like Connor, objectively speaking, the reason he's so unpopular is because he was not very intelligent. And part of his story And it's like when someone says that's on purpose because it's like he doesn't really understand this world and everything like that. But I mean, like, Aloy is a character that doesn't understand the world she's kind of moving into and stuff. But the reason she's such an amazing character is because she's so intelligent. When she said, I find that I say, like, even in my Let's Play, and I've said this to James before on like Clubhouse and stuff, Aloy is such an amazing character because she's so relatable. She's so in tune with the players. Like, in my Let's Plays of like the Frozen Wilds, I would respond to what another character's saying to me. And at the same exact moment, Aloy says the same thing as I said word for word. Like, that's the kind of character she is. She interacts and reacts the way a player does. She's the perfect model for a video game character. Whereas Connor, they're really trying to overdo it and make it the most believable possible thing, which as a player from a game objectively when it comes to writing is hard to relate to someone that makes unintelligent decisions based on the information we've got, because the player has way more information than the character does. By doing that, and that's part of the whole Hatham situation at the start, it makes it hard to relate to a character when you give the audience way more information than the character has. It was a huge writing flaw of that game. So that made it hard for Connor to be relatable. Arno as a character wasn't treated like that. We had all the info that he had. He made decisions that I would have made if I was in his shoes. He was an intelligent character. He was just in a bad written storyline. And, or not a bad written, just kind of a boring, like not much happened, not very interesting. And the game wasn't very
badly written as well in a lot of areas.
What's this? Unity?
Unity. Well, it certainly was badly written in terms of like it's boring. Like it was like it wasn't very like interesting.
An interesting story, no. But I don't think in terms of the character it was written badly.
No, Arno wasn't written badly because he was relatable at the beginning and he learns as the game goes on, and by the end he's quite mature and he's an assassin.
He's just stuck in a shit story. That's the issue. Shit setting, shit
he's
story.
He's stuck in a time loop.
Because I wanted an Arno. I wanted a.
That's the story of Assassin's Creed. That's the new overarching story. Arno's stuck in a time loop.
Well, that's the story of Free Run for Justice. You're stealing my fucking story, bro. You're still Free Run for Justice. I've got to talk to you about that, George. I need you to voice someone for me. If you want, you can turn it down. But I'm asking you on the podcast, so you can't. So everyone can hear.
No, I'm definitely up for it. I'm a professional voice actor.
Professional voice actor.
Yeah, it's Bayek. It's fucking Abu Bakar. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
What were we talking about? I forget.
Arno.
The characters. Why characters are good and bad. Yeah. Well, like at the end of the day, we can all agree Bayek. I mean, Evie being put at number 2 is obviously ridiculous, but it's not like Evie's a bad character too. I liked Evie. I thought she was a good character.
Nothing. She's a nothing character. Like, she's well written, but like she's written in a way that it's not difficult to write a character. It's not that she's like super like well written. It's just she's
I think Victoria performed her very well.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Like it made it easy to like,
and that's the thing. When we talk about these characters, it's got nothing to do with the people behind the acting. Like, it's to do with the writing that makes them good or bad. Like,
no, but I mean, it's part of it. It's not that we don't like the person. I'm just saying, like, it comes down to performance is why characters are good. Like, part of the reason I like Arno so much is also because he's well performed.
Same.
That's part of the reason.
Connor's performed abysmally. Noah Watts shouldn't ever voice act again, but he can do anything else with his life. Like he can.
He's blocked you on Twitter.
Like he can do whatever he wants, but like maybe voice acting's not for you. Just like you've just got to live your life with the hand you're dealt, and sometimes you're not a voice actor, and that's okay. You can do anything else. Just don't play a character again. But that is part of Connor. But I
kind of felt like Hayden Christensen's performance of Anakin.
Yeah, I've said that a couple times. Felt
more like Attack of the Clones Anakin, because Revenge of the Sith is a lot better.
Revenge of the Sith is good. I stand by Revenge of the Sith. I'll defend that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Attack of the Clones, though. Yeah, I agree. Hayden Christensen, Attack of the Clones, is Connor.
Terrible. Oh, it's so bad.
Just very, very bad. Very fucking bad. And Connor is
Obi-Wan, he's just jealous.
He's holding me back.
That's what the fuck are you talking about?
To kind of move on, because we do have to get into Patreon topics. We've got an hour to go.
Yeah, true.
There's one more list topic, and which is some news, just a bit more confirmation that Fable 4 is in development. And it's it's all rumors and speculation at this point, but when you've got all these multiple sources kind of confirming, this is what I've learned about news like this. People, like, it's hard to keep secrets in the game industry because people tell some people. Like, just to be real, like it's not like James and I haven't had inside information about things in the past. It doesn't mean we never tell anyone them, but it's not that hard if you know people in the games industry to get information. And you just need to get it. All it has to take is for somebody to get it that's willing to write an article about it. And now news has come out, pretty much saying what people have been thinking, which is that the development studio is rumored to be the one that made Forza Horizon. Is that the case?
Playground Games, yeah.
Playground Games, which is and also the rumor is, and this is interesting because before this news even came out, we'd heard the news that Xbox wanted to make their own exclusive version like Horizon Zero Dawn, like an open world action RPG. And James and I, this is like the last podcast with Brett of last year, were saying, oh, they could do Fable rather than make something new. They could use Fable and make it like that. And that's supposedly what the rumor is. Like they're going to a company that makes good games, but not open world action RPGs. Same way Guerrilla made Killzone, a first-person shooter, and then made Horizon Zero Dawn. They're going to Playground, a British, game developer, which Fable's always been, and it has to be. You can't give Fable to an American development team. It has to be a British. Has to be a. Yeah, for sure. It has to be a British development team because it's such a British type game, and it's so much part of its charm as well. So that's great as well to give it to them because and they want to do it in response to Horizon Zero Dawn, which to me is amazing because I don't think it's going to be hard to do that. Fable is sure it's not like you play the other games. It's not like Horizon Zero Dawn, but it could easily be turned into that sort of open world. Give it that open world direction I'd like to see once. Very easily, and it's an established universe. It's a successful universe. People want Fable. People love Fable.
Just do it.
And it's going to sell. It's going to sell and it's an exclusive, and they need exclusives bad. And it's easier for them to sell a well-established, loved franchise. After 8 years since its last big development, but I don't think it's going to come anytime soon. We might get a trailer soon, but it's not going to come out. I reckon perhaps it could be a launch title on the next gen of Xboxes. So? I mean, let's say it comes out in 2 years. I think 2020 we're getting a new console for sure. By 2020 we'll have a new console generation. So I think by that point it'd be a launch title. I'd be surprised unless it comes out next year, which would surprise me. I don't expect it for another 2 years. But it doesn't mean we might not get like a teaser trailer at E3 this year or something because Microsoft are desperate for attention.
Yeah, they definitely are. And I think Fable would do that. Like, the thing is, the key thing...
Because it would also come out on Xbox One. You know what I mean? Like, it would still also come out.
Yeah, and I think the key thing with this is what they need to not do is they don't need to, like, look at The Witcher. They need to not look at Horizon and go, now let's make that, but Fable. They need to take Fable and be like, how can we just bring it up to compete with them? Because it still needs to be Fable in terms of all of its aspects, like in terms of the writing and the humor and the characters and the gameplay. Like, you've got to have that core Fable there, which is like the things you can do where you can interact with these characters. Like, you can talk to everyone in the world and have interactions with them, make people like you or dislike you, do little quests for people here and there. You've got all the shops, you need like the real estate and stuff. Like, that was a huge thing.
Guild of Heroes to be a big part of it as well.
Yeah, we need all that shit. Like, you need
because Fable, that's it. You need the uniqueness of Fable, and then add in like an open world RPG like The Witcher, like Horizon, like Origins, and you've got, to me, I'm just saying it's a contender. You know what I mean? For one of the best action RPGs in terms of concept, it's as good as any action RPG that's out there.
I agree. And there's that uniqueness of Fable. It's not just like... Because to me, Horizon is a very unique game that takes the structure of an action RPG, whereas Origins, although it's really good, feels
it's like Assassin's Creed.
It's Assassin's Creed, but with Origins, it feels like it's trying to be The Witcher. Like, whereas to me, Horizon doesn't. Like, and Origins is fucking great, and it's different enough, but it does feel like they went, right, how can we make Assassin's Creed The Witcher? Whereas Horizon, it feels like its own unique thing. Like, like the gameplay and everything. All they've done is gone, how could we just need the action-adventure, like the action RPG structure of quests dotted throughout the world with important characters and, like, exploration. Have it open so you've not got these closed-in missions where you have to go to a mission marker, start a mission, like that sort of structure. But they didn't take the gameplay, and I think that's what Fable needs to do. It needs to be like, okay, so what's good about Fable's gameplay? Let's bring that to 2018, 2019, whenever it comes out. You need to bring that up to date, make it modern. You need that sort of freeform combat. Like, Fables always have freeform combat, like the same as like Witcher and Origins.
But you've got to have, like you said, you have to have the real estate. You have to be able to buy any house you see.
Yeah.
You have to be able to interact with people, get married, if you have a family if you want, or just be this big piece of shit that murders everybody in a town
have
and
kids, adopt kids,
grows horns and yeah, exactly. You have to have the Fable uniqueness to it that really no other game has ever done like Fable does it. Because Fable's like The Sims meets just some RPG, like an action
fantasy,
RPG. Fantasy RPG.
Very much like that with all the houses. Like you can buy furniture for your houses and like live in it, and you've got all these things you can interact with, like sleeping. You can do all this stuff. Like you can go to a fucking brothel and like all that shit. You can go and get like jobs around town so you can make a bit of extra money, like with the blacksmithing or pie making, playing like instruments and
you can get
chopping wood and stuff. Like
I don't think I feel like they could do way more with the jobs. Like I get what you're saying. There should be there has to be the economy to it and doing jobs. But I don't think they should do those mini games anymore. I think they could do something totally different and new. And
I think they can, for sure. Like I mean,
there's
Witcher
there's definitely things there has to be an element to, but they can totally get rid of. Like there has to be an element to real estate. There has to be an element to jobs. There has to be an element with interacting. But they can pretty much get rid of everything we know it to be and do it in a new way.
I think so. I mean, I think a huge part
of
Fable
elements just have to be.
Yeah, I think a huge part is the economy. I feel like that's a huge part of Fable is the way the economy works, like with the real estate and stuff. I feel like that needs to be in it to quite an extent, and especially the interactions with people. That's always been a huge part of Fable, interacting with individual NPCs so that their opinion of you changes. But yeah, in terms of like jobs and stuff, those things can definitely change. Like you go to a certain place, like if you go to blacksmith, they'll be like, right, go and do this task. Like I don't know, like I mean, yeah, the mini games are a bit
opposed to being a sequel to Fable 3 or like a prequel. It would be
definitely should go back. Like they can't do this bullshit gun stuff. Like to me, Fable. The reason I love Fable 1 the most is because you don't have to deal with all the guns and everything like that. Like it's proper fantasy medieval.
Yeah,
sort
you've got the bow and arrows and stuff, which is cool.
Yeah, I get that. But do you reckon it'd be a reboot, so it's in a different continuity than the other games?
I don't think they'll do a reboot.
I don't think so either, because I don't think there's.
How would they incorporate it into canon then?
Because I think that what they do, because Fable has never had like this story that's so important that they would need to reboot the story, because they've got like this story that is of these heroes, but that takes place sort of the way I look at it, as in like that's one of the stories. Now let's tell another story in the same universe. You can go back to the Guild of Heroes and you're another hero with another story. Because like part of Fable is you playing as a kid, like you play as a kid, like in the game. They grow up wanting to be a hero because they know about all these legendary heroes.
And you have to have the kid part to it as well. I do have to say you have to have the kid part.
Yeah, you need that. And just
Fable 3 really fucked that up.
Yeah, true. And you could just play it as another one of these legendary heroes that have been a hero in Albion, and you start off as a kid, you become a hero, and then you go and do hero shit. And that's sort of what Fable is.
And that's what the prince in Fable 3 is like.
Yeah, he's like, I want to be a hero. About. And like in Fable 2, when you're living on the streets, it's like, you dream of being a hero. And the same as like Fable 1 as well. So it's just, that's a huge part of them. So maybe it's easy to do. Just set it in a time in Albion and just have you play as one of the legendary heroes that you hear stories and songs about in Fable. Like, because it doesn't need to be very specific. It's just, this is one of the heroes, and you just tell a story. Because there's never any like super established points in Fable where it's like, oh, we can't do that because it will mess with the lore. It's like it's really mysterious. There's plenty to it that you don't know about. So it's easy to tell your own story set anywhere, and it won't affect anything in the current continuity. So I think they just do that. But whether it's called Fable 4 or Fable something else, I don't know.
I'd love to see it in the era, like only in between 1 and 2. Where there's still Oakfield still around, and you could have it could be the era like the guild's destroyed, or the era that Reaver is like actually alive, and before he did the deals and everything like that, and like there's all these different. You could still fit in the established universe and sort of thing, but I really think they're just kind of going to do their own thing, to be honest. Really keep it separate, but in the universe. If I had to bet money, that's what they'd do.
Yeah, I think they'll do so. I think it'll be really good. I think it's because a lot of people are like, oh, it's not Lionhead, so it's going to be shit. And I'm like, to a certain extent, I get it. Like Fable was Lionhead, but
As long as it's British kind of
like
thing.
yeah, it's like it's one of the things where it's a very English thing. So I think an English studio could easily pull it off and get that charm right, because there's plenty of things that have a similar charm, and that's because it's not because it's Lionhead, it's because it's English. So I think they can do it. I have faith in Microsoft.
They need to get the music right as well.
Oh, music, definitely. That's a huge part of Fable.
It needs to be memorable.
Oh,
like each distinct area needs its own music that you will remember for years. Because I've been playing Fable
2
3.
has the best soundtrack.
Because Fable 3, I've been playing that since like 2010. And
yeah,
like,
there's so much nostalgia behind the Fable 3 soundtrack. Cause, I mean,
I still remember like all the different tracks in Fable 3.
I played Fable 3 to death. Like,
yeah.
Did you really? I played Fable 2 to death for sure. I played Fable 2 to death.
And that's like
the Fable 3 I didn't like as much. Like it's a good game, but like I didn't like it like I like Fable 2.
God, I kind of am happy that I played Fable 3 first, because I love it so much. And I also love the other Fable games as well. Because, I mean, like, I haven't finished Fable 1 yet, and I'm going to play more of it tonight, because before I make my Fable retrospective, I want to finish Fable 1, and I want to replay Fable 2, so they're fresh in my mind. Fable 3 doesn't matter, because I know that one, like, inside and out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to finish Fable 1, and, and then replay Fable 2. And
How are you going to get the gameplay for Fable 3?
What do you mean?
How are you going to get the gameplay?
I'll play it on my 360, what do you mean?
Fable 3, that means just replay the game again.
Oh, yeah, but, like, I've got my save. Like, if there's anything specific I need, I'll, like, go and find cutscenes on YouTube. Like, there's no gameplay I need that I can't just get by playing the save I already have.
Do you have your save because you lost your game tag, remember?
Oh,
for
yeah,
360?
but we replayed it the other day on Horsey and Fox, so I've got that save.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I can just play
You could also just use the footage. Oh, no, you can't because you got the webcam on it. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, that'd be fucking disgusting quality as well.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Let's go to Patreon topics.
All right.
To wrap this up for the last 50 minutes. We've got 16, I think. All right. First one comes from Mark. And I said it like that because it's Mark and then a question mark. So we always say Mark. What gameplay mechanics would you like to see altered, added to The Last of Us Part 2? Would you like to see crafting expanded, more in-depth stealth, better AI, etc.? For me, big thing would be more stealth. And I'd like to see more, it's not necessarily a mechanic, I'd like to see more periods of time where you don't have to deal with zombies.
Yeah.
Like, or enemies. Like,
just dialogue.
I love just dialogue and
problem solving.
Puzzles, but like problem solving. Yeah. Problem solving, parkour, like getting through, trying to figure something out. I want more thinking Last of Us. It's why I don't like The Last of Us as much everyone said. You know, people tell me The Last of Us is better than Uncharted. I don't think it's even close to Uncharted. At least the best Uncharted games, that is, like, you know, 2 and 4. Because I think the best part about Uncharted to me is the problem solving, puzzles, dialogues, you know, parkour sort of, you know, it set pieces. It's not all about shooting and trying to kill enemies or zombies, you know? Yeah. So I want to see more of that. To me, it was way too much shooting and you know, killing zombies and stuff in Last of Us. You need a balance of the thinking. I want more thinking is what I want.
That's something that Naughty Dog's perfected over the years, though, hasn't it, really? So we'll definitely see that transition over into The Last of Us.
Yeah, I reckon so as well. Like, Fable 4 and Lost Legacy nailed it, so...
Fable 4?
Fable 4?
Sorry,
James, are you fucking alright?
Sorry. Mine's still on Fable, yeah. Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy.
Fuck you.
Yeah, they nailed that. Like, even in Uncharted 4, when you show up at Libertalia and there's no enemies, like, it's an empty city and you just explore it for like an hour. Well, it's only like 30 minutes, but I spend like an hour just walking through everything, doing every side dialogue option, just enjoying it. And then there's a big combat segment, and then it gets, you know what I mean? Like, you need periods of time. I want like an hour. There's no zombies, there's no enemies. It's problem solving, it's thinking, it's enjoying what's going on around, it's enjoying the scenery or the landscape.
Characters, you know, stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, some of my favorite shit in that was, I mean, that's one of the things I really like about the DLC for The Last of Us. There's a lot of dialogue sections in that because it's a DLC that's sort of a prequel. Just shows you sort of what Ellie's life was like before the main game without spoiling anything. And that has a lot more dialogue in it, and I really like that. It was really fucking good. I need to replay the whole thing, actually, now, thinking about it. I really like Last of Us. Fuck.
I haven't
You haven't finished it? Yeah, no, don't blame you. No, I'm just joking. Like everyone thinks I hate The Last of Us, and it's not that I hate it. It's just everyone's like, it's the best game ever, and it's not. It just isn't. It's really good.
I mean, I definitely don't think it's the best game ever, but I fucking love it.
What is the best game ever?
Skyrim or The Witcher.
Skyrim.
Depends on which day.
The Witcher 3, 100%.
I think it's Skyrim.
One day I might say Skyrim. One day I might say The Witcher. It just depends. Like they're both so fucking good for different
I've solidified.
Or Red Dead Redemption to me is the other option, the best game of all time.
Oh Jesus! I think.
Well, that's a good contender.
I am leaning more towards The Witcher 3 these days for best game. I feel like Skyrim's starting to age a little bit.
Nah, get the fuck out of here. You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Witcher 3 maybe.
Played The Witcher.
Brian Ford says, so I just started Kingdom Hearts 1 for the first time after hearing you guys rant about the series for a while now, and I want to do the series right. So, what order should I do everything in?
All right.
Check.
So,
you take.
I got my order from Harlan, and I remember when I first was asking for the order, and you told me the order, and I was like, this is really fucking confusing, and I had to write it down, so I'd whip out a notepad real quick. Now, the order that I would say to play it in is, obviously you have 1.5 plus 2.5 and then 2.8, and there's some things I would mix around, because like most people are, I'll just play through 1.5, then I'll play through 2.5, and then I'll play through 2.8, but I think the best thing to do is go Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, which is obviously from 2.5, then 358 over 2 days, then
Recoded, but you can skip Recoded.
No, then Birth by Sleep, I think. Then Recoded. And you can skip Recoded, but you might as well just watch it. Why not? Just fucking put yourself through that. And then Dream Drop Distance, then 0.2, then Keyback
Then watch
cover.
Keyback cover, and then you'll be ready for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Cover.
You've never seen Keyback? It's a great
No, because James said it was shit.
I never said it was shit. I've never said the words it was shit.
You just did.
No. Okay, well, I did, just now, but what? No, okay, it's not shit. What it is what the way I described it was, it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that makes it just seem disappointing to me.
No, it's not disappointing because it's still good. It's just you expect it to be this full sort of movie with a start and a finish, and it's just like this really cool Kingdom Hearts movie, which it's not like that in terms of the storytelling. It's like you get these different sections with different characters, and it tells you a little bit about each one and their sort of mini narrative, and it just flicks to each one and gives you a little bit with each.
I blame you for me not watching it for the past year.
Just fucking
it's been out for about a year.
I've been telling
it's really
all
enjoyable.
the time to watch it. It is fun.
Wow, that's definitely...
You need to see it before you play 3. Yeah, you kind of have to, because it adds yeah.
Really, like, I mean, no, you don't need to. I was gonna say you need to.
It's not the greatest thing ever, but I really liked it.
It links up with 0.2 in a few ways as well, like with the box and shit. But I don't want to go into that because obviously fucking Brian Ford's like, I just started KH1 and we're like, yeah, let's just ruin it. But yeah, that's the order I'd say to watch to play them in, because very fucking good games.
All right.
Fair enough. They are great games. Favorite games ever made.
Leo OL9, which is just Leo and then Leo backwards and then 9. I don't know why. Leo does.
Leol9.
Leol9.
Yeah.
Funniest school story, whether that be in school or just during your school years. Huh.
I mean, I feel like we've already talked about this. You said there was one where
where I got knocked out by a girl when I ran into her playing
there's
Tiggy.
That, but there's also the one where you were all out with with your friends. I mean, it was in school. Like, I don't mean out with your friends. I mean, it was like fucking
on the last.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just you were with your mates, and then someone was like, "Oh, just ignore whoever when they show up," and then you did. And then he like chased you all and like tackled you.
Oh yeah. David, that's my friend David.
From AC1.
Well, I wasn't even there. Like, from the AC1 Let's Play thing I did. I'm fucking seeing him tonight. Actually, he's coming to Melbourne. David was, I don't know, because I wasn't even there. Like, the guys, it was Joel, my friend Matt, and I think there was one other person, maybe Caleb. The 3 of them decided, for whatever reason, just like, let's just ignore David for a laugh and see what happens. I don't know why. I think he was just like the last one to show up in that group. But then I saw him chasing them. I run up to Joel. I'm like, Joel, what's going on? And he's like, we're just ignoring David, and he's getting really upset and chasing us around. And I'm like, I'm in. Like, I just kind of like joined in for like the last second. And then we all run off and all end up meeting up in one place. Like, this is like 2 minutes later. And I just sit down because I'm like, this is kind of boring, to be honest. Like, I kind of joined in for 5 seconds and thought it was boring. Then the guys are still really into it. So I've sat down. Those guys run up because they see him coming. I turn around. He just spear tackles me down out of nowhere and then just starts beating the living hell out of me. Starts throwing punches and shit. And like, I've got him in full guard and like, I'm trying to pull him in and he's just like dropping like punches. And then you've got a teacher, Miss Smiley was her name. Very attractive teacher, by the way. And she just rips him off and goes, what are you doing, both of you, up to the office right now? So we walk up and I'm like, David, what the hell was that? He's like, why are you guys running away? Blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I don't even know. Who cares? Like, it was just a joke. And he literally kind of takes a breath and goes, yeah, that's pretty stupid. Why'd I do that? And I'm like, okay, because I didn't take it, but I didn't care what he did. Like, he didn't hurt me or anything. Like, they weren't real punches. You know what I mean? It was kind of just like it's kind of like fake pro wrestling punches. Like, they weren't real punches. And they weren't in the face. It was all like in the arm and stuff or in the body. So it didn't really hurt. I was like, I didn't care. I was like, yeah, dude, whatever. Let's just make up a lie and tell them we were like mucking around fake. I literally said, let's pretend we were doing like fake pro wrestling or something. Let's just be fucking nerds. I don't care. Like, let's do anything to get out of this. And he goes, so we kept on the way up to the principal's office. We made like the lie up and shit. And we get up there and but Miss Smiley had called ahead and told whoever, I don't know if it was one of the deputy principals or something, what happened. I kind of forget. And she goes, oh no, it was the RTC. Oh, I forgot. I forgot this.
The RTC.
Yeah. Because I forgot the RTC was a thing. Like, the responsible thinking classroom. It's like
everyone will fucking understand the fucking Nightbot now.
Yeah. This is because I feel like, I don't know when I told this, but yeah, the RTC was like responsible thinking classroom, and it was essentially just it was like detention room. But they called it the RTC. So send us up. The RTC, whoever's on duty on RTC was like, brought us in and goes, we're just mucking around. She goes, no, don't even make excuses. I've already been told what happened. I can't believe you guys are doing this. You attacked him, blah, blah, blah. And I just go, he didn't attack me. She goes, what? And we're both like totally calm, like totally straight faces and anything. I'm like, we were mucking around. Like, it wasn't even a real fight. He didn't throw a real punch. I'm fine. I'm like, he's like my best friend. And she's like, really? And he goes, yeah. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, we just straight up lied. But to be fair as well, like, it wasn't really like, we were kind of mucking around. It didn't hurt me. And he is one of my best friends. So I didn't care at all. And she's like, oh, well, okay. And that was it. Like, I think he had to write an RTC plan out, because like through the detention, you have to write a plan of like what you did wrong and how you have to fix it. So she still got kind of in trouble as fucking nothing, because she was like yelling at us for a minute, and then I was like, nah, nothing happened. And she just calmed down thinking, oh, okay. Well, you guys are being stupid. Stop being stupid. I'm like, okay. We're 15, so we kind of are stupid, to be fair. So, yeah. The classic artists. But school stories, I mean, I heaps, but they're not that interesting in comparison to like adult stories. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I don't know. Shat myself at school once. I don't know. Actually, if I did that. I don't know if I did that, to be honest.
Fucking, I mean, yeah, I think a lot of stories that come from school as well, they're mostly funny if you were there. If you weren't there, it's like, why is that a funny story? It's fucking stupid. So yeah, I don't know.
I used to be a liar, like a real bad. Like, I used to lie just all the time.
Why?
And I was probably like 7. Like, I just went through a phase where I just lied about everything.
I don't remember being like 7.
I wanted all the attention on me all the time. I was just like a narcissist. Like, everything had to be about me. Yeah, and I only remember this because of this story though. Like, and I remember, I'm like, I feel like I was like that a lot, to be honest, when I was that age. Where anyone had a story, I'd be like, yep, I was that guy that was like, yeah, I did that, but better. You know what I mean? Like, and I didn't. I had that, but better. I hadn't done that at all, but I like didn't like that people had good stories that were better than mine. So I'd always have one up. I mean, to be fair, I was 7. I was like 6 or 7. I was like, I was only in like the first grade. I remember a girl. I remember her name's Annie. I won't say her last name. I don't know why I remember her name, but like I remember having like a crush on her when I was a kid. And she got stung in the eye by a bee.
Oh my
Jesus
fucking
Christ! How?
Like, so like I remember seeing her right after. She's crying, and there's a fucking bee sting in her eye, like a stinger in her eye.
Oh god.
And she had to go to the hospital and have it taken out. And like comes into school the next day, like and she gets up in front of the class and tells the story of how she got stung in the eye by a bee.
Oh my god.
And oh god, I'm so embarrassed right now. I'm so embarrassed. I just remember, like, I don't remember, like I remember at the end of every day at school, like the parents would come in to pick you up, but they'd like come in the classroom and kind of be standing like at the door or like along the wall waiting for class to end in the last 5 minutes or so. And I didn't think my mum was even there. I didn't notice her.
No.
I just go straight up line. Like, I don't like all this attention being on this girl, but I also I think I also wanted to impress her because I liked her as well.
Okay.
So I was like, well, yeah, I mean, I've been. I think I was like, yeah, well, I've been stung by like a queen wasp once, like in the face, like just so embarrassing. And my mum, all I hear from behind me, the teacher goes, "Oh, that's cool," and all the class kind of listening, and then I just hear from my mum go, "Nah, he's lying." That's not true. She's like, "When did that happen?" She goes, "When did that happen?" I'm like, "Oh, you are," and then I just didn't say anything. I was so embarrassed, so embarrassing.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, that's so embarrassing. I even think about this. I'm not that upset because like I was 7. I was a retard, but you know, it's so embarrassing. It's 15 years ago, so yeah, I think I'll be all right.
Oh,
That's awful.
God. That's terrible.
Yeah, that was first grade. I can remember the classroom because it was one of those demountable classrooms for some reason, like shitty ones they could move around. But yeah, it was just fucking hilarious. And Mum's just like right there. No, you didn't. Like straight, like still super activated. No, you didn't do that. Like that didn't happen. Nothing. It was so bad.
Oh, that's classic.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
There's a lot of sales there.
Yeah, bitch, you ain't shit. I got stung by a queen wasp. Like straight up.
I've never been stung in my life.
I've been stung by a wasp and I've been stung by a bee.
Nothing's ever.
I've been stung by heaps. I actually have been stung by heaps of wasps, but I hadn't by that point. I was a little liar.
Yeah. Classic.
So anyway, there's my stupid, embarrassing story.
Yeah, I can't say I have super interesting stories from school. Like more ones where you kind of had to be there. Like,
I mean, the only thing I remember. Mine's pretty good.
Alright, wait, I'll say a bunch of stupid shit first then, because it's not even that good. Like, there's stories like, they're not even stories, it's like stupid shit, like, I'm trying to think. Oh, there was that one fucking time, you were there, George, it makes me laugh, but it's only because I remember it clearly, was when, we were sitting around by that corner, and that there were those two kids like fighting, but they weren't fighting. They like had each other in a headlock.
Oh yeah.
And the other one threw the other one to the ground and like looked down at him, and the guy was looking up, and they were just sort of like looking at each other, and the guy walked off, and then out of nowhere, some kid sprints around the corner and kicks the guy on the floor in the head as hard as he fucking can.
And runs off.
What the
and
fuck?
runs away. And the thought of it is so fucking funny, but you had to be there. It's so fucking funny though. It's just the way they were just not even fighting, and this kid comes out of nowhere and attacks him. It was so fucking funny at the time.
Hilarious.
That was great. But yeah, there's
not. So weird. It's some brain trauma right there. That kid's fucked.
Yeah, it
My
was.
story.
Yeah.
He's in a wheelchair after that, wasn't he?
No, I don't know. I don't even know who he fucking was.
And so he died. He died after that.
He died. Never saw him again.
Yeah.
Anyway, my shit fucking story. I'm pretty sure I was in year 1.
Okay.
And this is primary school, fucking stupid shit. Me and my mate were walking back to our classroom. We really needed a piss, and I was like,
okay. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, he was like, yeah, so do I. And I was like, all right, well, I can't really bother to go to the toilet.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
And there were, you know those big containers.
You both needed to piss, but you couldn't be bothered going to the toilet.
You know those really big like metal containers that are on ships and stuff, and like
a shipment container, like a big from the map container. Shipment, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Like
a
massive shipment container.
Yeah.
Like a huge one. Yeah. Okay.
There was construction going on at the school, and there was one of those there. There was always one there. I don't really know why they were there. And I was like, come on, let's go piss in that. So we both go into the container, have a piss, and then just walk out, and we're super late back to fucking class. And then I don't know how the teachers found out, actually. I fucking have no idea.
Someone must have said something.
So I was like, oh, they pissed in the container.
I think someone saw you. I think that's what I remember from why you got in trouble. Someone saw you and told the teacher.
And I pissed in a
I remember that, because didn't they call mum to school or something?
The fucking teacher was like, oh, no, you don't know. Oh, shit. I didn't... Shit. It was horrible. It feels like a fucking dream I had. Like, it's so long ago. What the fuck?
That's so
I was
weird.
like 6. It was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Classic. Fucking hell. I can barely remember
so your mum got called to the school. Julie had to come into school.
I'm pretty sure she did, didn't she?
Yeah, I think so. Like they took it as a very serious thing, but I just had to piss, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit weird, but like, it's not something you. I mean, it's because it's like, well, you can't be doing that because in a normal functioning society, you don't piss in shit.
I remember. I think I might have told this story on the podcast before. When I was in the 2nd grade, it was the same school I was at from the 1st grade because I went to 3 primary schools.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was like right before I moved to Queensland. I was still living in Victoria, like in Ballarat, and so it was in the 2nd grade, and me and my mate Jordan were. Oh, it became a thing. So you had to take a buddy to go to the bathroom. Like if you're in class and you're like, Miss, I have to go to the bathroom. You had to like have a buddy with you. So weird. Me and Jordan would always go. Well, you're 7, 8 years old by that point. Okay,
you not go to the bathroom on your own, like.
No.
What was the reason for it? Like, what was the reason behind it?
Well, like if someone came into this, because no one's around the school. Like when everyone's in class, no one's like walking around. So like, what if some stranger comes in and takes you? Like we'd had lockdowns before. A guy had walked around the school with a gun and shit before, and like, yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, yeah, should have happened.
Yo, that reminds me. There was like a fucking. What got into the school? It's like a wild dog or something got into the school, and like we all had to stay in our classrooms because like someone had to come in to like get it.
Remember the rumor that there was a guy with a chainsaw going around?
Yeah, the chainsaw guy at the back of the field that was killing people if they went in there.
And everyone was like screaming and running around.
It was there was an actual guy though with a chainsaw. He was just a fucking gardener though. Like it wasn't a chainsaw. It was like
stories, but one guy makes up a story about that.
Yeah.
Guy, and then it becomes...
Oh, it was fucking great.
But with this thing, like, anyway, you had to take a buddy, and, you know, I imagine it's way worse these days. Probably have to fucking teach us to stand outside. But anyway, like, we have to go walk to the bathroom, which is like a couple of buildings away.
Okay.
So, me and Jordan walk, and it became a thing. We didn't want to go back to class. We're fucking bored as shit. So we're like, let's do like, we go take a piss, and we're like, that was pretty quick. Let's just do a quick like lap around like a couple of buildings. Let's take a long way back, just so it was just a bit longer.
Classic. It's just what you do.
Yeah. Now that was fine, and we kept doing that for a couple of days. But then we decided to take it a bit further. We're like, that was still pretty quick. Let's go for another lap.
Oh no.
Let's do the whole school. We did a lap of the whole school. Let's do a lap of the whole school. That worked fine. We made it back. Not in trouble. That was fine. Then we decided to do 2 laps of the school one day.
Oh no.
Okay. 2 laps. Got away with it. Fine. There's no big deal. One day we're like, fuck it. We did 4 laps of the school. We just kept walking around. We did 4 fucking laps of the school.
Just because we're like, school?
Reasonable. It was a reasonable.
Like, I'm thinking about my school.
School. Like our school was like in. Our building was like in the middle of it, so we kind of it's kind of like half the school we did technically. Okay. Like we went, but we did like 4 laps. We just kind of walked around like 4 times. So whatever route we did 4 times, and we just would talk and just fuck around and just have a laugh and kind of sneak about. And then we went back into class, and the teacher lost her fucking shit.
Oh no!
like where have you been? Blah blah blah. And like even our friends were like, oh, nah, you took too long. Well, because our excuse was, we wouldn't have been that long. I was like, I was literally, this is me, liar, just going, I had to take a dump. Like, what do you want from me? Like, that's what I was saying. No, this is my excuse. You know when you go to the bathroom, sometimes you're like, nah, I still kind of need to go. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't really finish the job, if that makes sense. You know, when you're a kid, you didn't finish the job. That was my excuse. I was like, well, I went, but then I was like, and we went out, and then I realized that I kind of needed to go again and went back in. And that was my lie. I was like, I just take a dump. It just took a while. Like, take a while sometimes. And she's like, nah, didn't buy it at all. Like, did not buy it. All my friends are like, nah, we don't believe you. I'm like, fuck you guys, fucking little rat butt. So yeah, me and Jordan got in a lot of trouble. I feel like we had to talk to the principal, and I think he just kind of went, you just had to take a shit? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, well, okay, I guess so. That was like about it. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Yeah. I just like, it was a big shit, all right? Like, what do you want from me?
Classic.
Yeah, so.
Wait, how old were you?
I was in the second grade, so it was, I was 7 that year. Okay. And when I told that B story, I would have been 6, maybe 6 turning 7 in the first grade. But I was
fucking. So you just needed to take a shit.
Yeah. I'm just a liar. I was just a little liar. It wasn't until like I moved. I swear, when I moved to Queensland,
fuck me.
And
what did you just do? Did you get fucking attacked?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, when I moved to Queensland, I feel like, and changed schools, I changed myself in a lot of ways, and I never really was ever like that kid that lied ever again after that. I don't know why. It must have been some sort of insecurities I must have had with the people I was around at that school. I don't know, but once I moved schools, and I didn't go to a better school when I moved to Queensland. It was a fucking shit public school in South fucking Brisbane, but I don't know. I was just like, I think because everyone was a lot smarter than me when I was at this other school, and I felt like I was just kind of like, just kind of fuck. I didn't feel like I was a fuck up or anything. I just felt like there always has to be a kid mucking around. And I just kind of fit that. I just kind of ended up being that guy that would just try to fuck around and make people laugh. Whereas when I went to this other school, I was like a grade ahead. Because the state of Victoria and Queensland at the time did grade levels differently. And my parents fucked up. I went from the second grade to the second grade. But I actually should have gone from when I moved straight to the third grade. Because that's what level they were learning at. But I went to the second grade and I already fucking learnt everything. So I was just way smarter than everybody. For like a couple of years it took to like catch up for me, where like I felt like I was at everybody's level. Again, I was learning new shit. So for me, like all of a sudden I just kind of thought more of myself. And never just kind of fucked around anymore.
It's not bad.
Kind of weird. It's a bit weird.
Well, that turned into a pretty uplifting chat.
Yeah.
Funny school stories.
Classic. Yeah, we always get onto the fucking anecdotes, don't we?
Oh, classic.
Yeah. Classic podcasting.
All right, well, that's that. Next.
Ryan's the next one. He says, where do you think the next AC game will be set in, and what time period? Also, if they do not do a Bayek sequel, where would you like to see one, and what time period? Again, it's just ancient Rome and ancient Greece is what I want next. That's sort of I want that time period era. Even if it's not Bayek, I still want that time period era for a while.
Ancient Rome, ancient Greece. If it's not that, Japan. Fucking next question.
Those are like the only three places I want. Ancient Greece, ancient Rome, Japan. Those are the fuck off everything else. We'll go next.
Dualcom.
Oh, fuck
Here we go. And people that aren't into the old patreon.com/as always don't know the old Dualcom topics are fucked. This is pressuring. Okay, here we go. This is pressuring. Got to impress the public, you know? More stressful than hackers blackmailing me. Okay, thanks, Dualcom. Right. That's a Black Mirror reference, because you've been tweeting me a lot about Black.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, that's fine. Thanks, Dualcom. Yeah, this is kind of how he talks. If you could have one technology from Black Mirror in your life, but no one else has it, what would it be? Ooh. I'd either go with the grain, the entire history of you, and which is like in your eye, like you record everything and you can rewind all your history in your life.
Yeah, sure. That seems a bit useless.
While I'm at it, assuming the thing doesn't break and make me feel pleasure from pain, using that implant to feel the other partner's orgasm in sex seems pretty cool. That's the last episode in Black Museum.
Yeah.
Nah, that was weird. That was crazy.
Really weird. Yeah.
I don't know. The video game stuff was pretty cool. The virtual reality seems sick.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, from the fucking what's it called? What's that?
USS Callister.
Yes,
which is one of
100%.
To me, it's my second favorite episode. I fucking like a douchebag was like clapping after that episode. I was so impressed. What an episode! I was like, you've done it again, Black Mirror. Done it again.
Yeah, I really like that one. I know that's what I would have. Yeah, because that was just a happy time. I mean, it was a little bit fucked, but like on the whole, it was a great episode. That depressing, was it?
No, not at all. Great Great episode.
Yeah, that was very good.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Julcom also says, George, what do you think?
I fucking have no idea. The one from Metalhead. Dog that wants to kill me.
You'd have the
Fuck
dog.
You get the fuck out of here. Julcom says also totally shut the fuck up. It's 3 hours long. I think he's saying like, because I said one topic per person. I'm like, well, we're not doing all the Patreon topics the whole time. I'll put another topic. Well, I'll read it, but it doesn't mean we're going to answer it. Movies. You're sitting down in the cinema. What are you eating while watching? And do you sit in the middle or at the top? Well, I sit in the middle-ish top and I eat popcorn every time. In the past, I've gone for a bag of M&Ms. Sit in the second top row unless you have more than 5 people. Then you take the middle row with no seats in front so that you can put your feet up on the wall. Do you or do you not stick around in the cinema after the movie is finished? Plus, what is your favorite drink and meme to watch a movie with?
Okay, Julcom. I don't know.
That's a lot of questions.
Why does he think?
That's not even close to what he does usually. He does essays every week.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It depends what I have to eat at the cinema while I'm watching. Skittles. I like Skittles.
Yep.
Bloody wine gums are a good time.
I'm just a popcorn and a Coke. That's all I need.
Yeah, I can't say. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had popcorn to watch a movie.
Skittles,
wait, what? What the fuck?
Actually, no, I did once, but it's not a thing that I do very often. You know why it is though? It's because when we were growing up, Mum and Dad would never buy things from the cinema because it's always ridiculously expensive. So I just grew up with that, and so I'm used to it. So I never went. So when I like go to the cinema on my own, I'm never like I want to get stuff from the cinema because I'm like I actually don't at all. So I'm just gonna fucking not.
Oh, movie popcorn's the greatest shit of all time. Like I'm obsessed with it. I'll get I always get large popcorn, like the biggest, like something you're supposed to share with like 3 people, and I'll eat it myself.
Maybe I'll do that to see what it's like.
Because I go to the movies by myself all the time. Like I went yesterday because I have all these fucking movie vouchers, and I'm like, well, I could take people with this voucher, but I want to go see multiple movies.
Fair enough.
My favorite thing to do is just see movies by myself. A big fucking box of popcorn and a large Coke. Fuck yeah, nothing better. Nothing
sounds
better.
Pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, but what was I gonna say? Fucking crazy sour Skittles, wine gums, and a Coke. That's what I have.
Wine gums is a British thing. We don't have wine gums, but I hear they're amazing.
Yeah, but that's because you copy me with fucking everything.
Okay, that's not wise though, because you copied me because I had Skittles before you.
Well, no, because you started saying Epic Gamer, you started saying fair enough.
You know why that is though? Do you know why that is though? Because we spend a lot of time together, and so I pick it up subconsciously. It's not a sorry, you stole all my videos from 2016.
You copy my hair as well.
Every video.
I change my hair, you fucking change your hair as well.
Definitely not the case, is it?
You start saying much love because of me though, George? Like you start saying much love? Or something weird like that?
Much love because I like it sounds wholesome.
Look, I pick up a lot of people's things they say.
I noticed James. Yeah, James, and I'll pick up things James says. James, I hear picks up things I say as well. Like
there's a lot of good.
We both just because we talk all the fucking time on podcasts and stuff. Definitely pick up shit you guys say as well.
Yeah, exactly, because we do Horsey and Fox all the time, and we fucking live together.
I mean, James just copies me, so you know.
You fucking copy me, you stupid
You're being a dickhead. You're being a dickhead. You're being a dickhead.
Fucking take back 2016's content. You wouldn't be anywhere without me. If I hadn't uploaded, what would you put up? Nothing.
Okay. Moving on. Jiminy's topic.
Raptor's better than you.
Okay, this is getting low blows now. I'm gonna have to break this up.
Or all we got.
Both shake hands and apologize to each other.
No.
So Jiminy topic is I brought The Last of Us.
Okay.
I bought
The
Last of Us. No, he actually did say bought. I just fucking read it.
Okay.
I bought The Last of Us, and I'm a few hours into it, and I was wondering whether or not the main focus is on the zombies for the whole game. Yes, it is.
No,
everyone's lying to you when they say it's not a proper zombie game. They're fucking liars. It's all about zombies.
We were the wrong people to ask.
It's not shit. Or do they focus more on the characters in the story and the zombies take a backseat? That's what people told me, and it's a lie.
No,
and are they part of the world? Yeah, and it's you're fighting enemies the whole fucking time.
No.
There's very little moments that are all about characters until this last third of the game.
You're a dickhead.
That's a bit more character focused. But everyone that says the zombies take a back seat are liars. Doesn't mean it's a bad game, no. But I'm just saying I'm gonna get your expectations correct here. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The way I'd say to look at it is not that the zombies don't take the zombies don't take a back seat by any means. They're very always present. It's just for the first. It's like for the first part of the game, they're definitely the main threat, and you're always conscious that there's going to be a clicker here or a zombie here. But when you get into the game, they're there, but like you don't. Who cares? Like they're not important. It's like there's a lot of other threats that pop up and a lot of the focuses. It's not just the zombies.
Yeah, but it's not. But what he's saying is, he's just assuming zombies are the only enemy. If you include the other enemies as well that are there, yeah, they're not about none of them.
Enemies, zombies and humans.
You're always fighting somebody. There's not that much just character hanging out like Uncharted does and well balances it. It just doesn't.
Think.
There's nothing wrong with it. Doesn't mean it's bad, but I just prefer character stuff, and it doesn't have it. It doesn't balance it well. It just doesn't.
I'd say think
anyone
Uncharted
that tells you it does
in a way. It's like there's a lot of points where you're like, I'm enjoying this conversation, then like you just are thrust into action, and you're like, I don't want to fight right now.
Yeah, Uncharted 1's a lot like that. Yeah, you're right, for sure. For sure.
It's just they'll refine with The Last of Us Part 2. I don't think that'll be much less present.
Yeah, I hope so, and I agree. Last of Us is a great game. Uncharted 1 is a great game, but
yeah, they really are. They're just dated.
Yeah, and The Last of Us, I just think that's the only issue is pacing. There needs to be more downtime instead of just fighting all the time. Because it is annoying.
Horizon Zero Dawn, where you have the huge open world and all of the like robots and all the action, and then you have the sections with the, you have
like a whole hour where you're just
like a whole hour of just listening to data entries and audio logs, and you're like, wow, this is fucking awesome.
Aloy talking
Same stuff happens in Uncharted, where you like say you're doing like, I don't know, a puzzle, and Nate's talking to Sully or something. You just
they'll do more of that next.
You definitely.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah.
Jarrett Smith is the next topic. He says, I just finished Game of Thrones and went back and listened to all of the Kill Connor clubs again, where you guys talked about it.
Oh, wait, but I was wondering... spoilers, because George hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched the newest season of Game of Thrones.
Okay, but I was wondering what your guys' original reaction to finding out Jon's lineage and your predictions for that season 8. All I'll say about that is I knew about his lineage long before the show did it. Like probably season 3. I kind of know. That's not a spoiler.
I mean, it is.
It happens in
the question from episode 1 asked the question, "Who's his mother?"
Sure, I
That's
guess.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess.
Episode 1 addresses that. I'm just saying that I knew my idea of that lineage from very early into watching the show, because I'd talked to so many book readers about it and I'd been really into it. So the show to me was just catching up to what all the predictions were. So it was years of waiting for it, but yeah.
I thought it was fucking great.
What season are you up to, George?
I just need to watch the latest one. I haven't watched it yet.
You already know the fucking lineage anyway, George. So it's not that much of a spoiler.
I do.
No, you don't.
It's revealed
they reveal it at the end of season 6, bro.
Yeah.
What do they say?
The last episode of season 6.
It's the flashback.
It shows the flashbacks, the Tower of Joy flashbacks, bro.
Yep.
Season 7 adds to the definitiveness of it.
Then you realise in season 8 they do like everything. And flesh
I need to
all
fucking
out.
watch it. I'm watching that very soon.
Yeah, make that your next thing to watch. It's fucking amazing.
It's phenomenal. Season 7 is
final episode is
holy shit.
Some of the greatest television.
Episode 6, North of the Wall. Fuck my life. It's fucked.
Because right now I'm watching Clone Wars. I need to kind of get through.
Oh fuck Clone Wars.
Just watch Game of Thrones first, because there's less. Of it. Finish Game of Thrones first. There's only how many episodes are there? There's not even 10. There's only 7, yeah.
But they're long. They're so long. But anyway.
But yeah, there's less than Clone Wars though. Yeah, just save Clone Wars, finish Game of Thrones first.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can watch Clone Wars anytime.
Fine.
Alright, what's next?
Oscar says, what else do you guys disagree with Colin Moriarty about politically? Since last time I asked, it sparked a full-on debate about abortion. Yeah, I remember this.
What? Talking about that abortion debate, that actually did change my view on it, because I'd never really thought about it properly, and I definitely agree with you now on abortion. since the last
We're not saying
time we
really
talked
what
about it.
We're pretty quiet about it.
Yeah.
But it's also in the sense of like, for anyone that's wondering, like, there's people out there that are for abortion. I'm not really for it. I'm quite like, I'm not pro life either necessarily. I just think there's a science. I don't care about like the potential for life doesn't matter to me. Like most like conservatives, it's about the science of it and when it's a kid. And I think there's a time of which it becomes a kid. This is a time you can get an abortion, but it needs to be like way less legally. It's so much further than it should be, especially in the US. It needs to be legally pushed back. To me, 15 weeks at the most. I'd prefer 12, but people sometimes find out a little later. To me, it should be 15 weeks at the most, because after that, at 18 to 20 weeks, the brainwaves start coming through, and at that point, there's a point where I feel like someone has to decide what the kind of point of human is. And to me, when there's brainwaves and brain activity and there's a person there, to me, that's a kid. For me, and it's just me personally, because it is legal, so it is what it is. But for me personally, if I got a woman pregnant, I don't care whether it's a week in development. To me, that's my kid. I never want an abortion ever. So that's my personal choice.
I think I agree with that.
But I also have an issue on the whole with abortion.
I think so as
and
well.
I'm not. But it does come to a point like there's a science to it. It's not just about potential for life. Because if someone really can't do it and really do this, there is a time where I think it is just a bunch of cells developing and you can stop that. But there is a point, because kids can be born months and months premature and live. So, and there's people out there that thinks that it doesn't count as a child until it's 9 months and it's born.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
disagree
someone
with
thinks
that,
you could
definitely.
abort,
Yeah,
could abort a child at 9 months because it hasn't taken its first breath in the world yet. People think that.
That's
so
bullshit.
that I fundamentally and in every way disagree with them. I think that's murder, and I think it should be treated as such.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It makes me feel sick talking about it. To be honest.
That's awful. And I think that people that argue, oh, it's a woman's body issue, like a woman can decide what she wants to do with her body, I think that's fucking dumb as well. Like it's not a woman's body issue.
What if like the kid, the thing that's being born is a woman? Why does that woman not get to choose what to do with this body? You know?
What I don't get.
It's a black
it's
woman.
just the whole point of like, there's no real reason about like. It's so ridiculous. The whole abortion thing is so ridiculous to me. Anyone's like, I should be able to choose what to do with my body. And it's like, yeah, but it's not about you. I'm not upset with abortion because of you. It's not. Abortion is not a woman's body issue. Abortion is an ethical and moral issue. That's the debate. Is about ethics and morality. Sorry, nothing to do with a woman's body. I don't give a fuck about your body. I don't give a fuck about my body. It's about somebody else. And by you having an abortion, you're killing a kid. And again, it does to me. It depends on we're talking the development of the pregnancy, where it's murder. I think so. And there is a point where you have to make that decision and make that call. I'm not the guy that's sitting here saying this is fact and this is when it's a child, but this is how I feel about it. I feel like by this point in the pregnancy, the science is pretty, definitive enough about how the child development works in uterus. So I feel like we can safely say what point. To me, anyway, it's pretty clear. And anyone saying like it's 6 months when a child could be born and live fine. Obviously, there's challenges to keeping that child alive at 6 month development, but it can happen. And you're saying you can get an abortion at that point makes me sick, because that's a child. That is a child. If it can live, it's a child.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a living thing. It's already a living thing, and you're trying to kill it. That's murder, and it should be treated as such.
I think there's differences, because it's like I know what I'd do in the situation, but I also wouldn't look down on anyone that did want to have an abortion, because it's legal. You can do it if you want to. It's just I know what I'd do.
Certainly, it depends how
I
far
don't
the
feel
pregnancy.
comfortable with it, to be honest.
I don't have a problem with the people getting abortion because they've been brainwashed by abortionists for the last 30 years, telling them it's okay. Abortionists are these murderers, telling them it's okay for you to get an abortion. It doesn't make a difference. It's not this. It's not that. Lying about the science, lying about this sort of stuff, trying to make a moral case that is immoral. I blame the abortionists, not the people getting an abortion that have been lied to their whole lives, and they now think it's okay. Because anyone that's taught the reality of abortion, I think any moral person would make that choice of knowing that at 7 months, 8 months, you can't abort that kid. That's a living thing.
Fucked up, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
these
that's the same thing for like with me though. Like, as I was all for abortion, and then I spoke to you, and I listened to Ben Shapiro talk about it a lot, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, actually, that makes a lot of fucking sense. Why would you do it? Like, and now I do disagree with it, but yeah, like you said, it's not like I'm not pro-life in the sense where it's like you know, like
as soon as
the
it's
potential
because then you
for
wouldn't
life
jerk.
and like
Yeah, as soon as it's like, as soon as it's conceived, it's a living thing. I'm like, well, I jerk
That's
off all
not
the time.
true.
So if
It's
that,
like,
you know what I mean?
It's
like,
a living thing
that's
before it's born as well. Like what? Like it's not a human at the minute. Like it's just the cells. Like if that's what, if you want to abort it, then go for it. I guess like it's nothing. But
yeah, it's a living organism of cells. But is it a person? When it's a person? Well, when it is brain activity, to me, that's enough for me to say pretty clearly and obviously to me that's a person.
Yeah, there's
a brain that's functioning. There's fingers, there's hands, there's feet, there's eyes, there's head. You know, it's a little person.
Yeah,
it doesn't take long for a little person to.
Is it better to abort the kid rather than having a shit life with parents that don't want it at all?
But
well, you're talking about a shit life. You're saying that's a very big generalization to say it's a shit life. I don't care if the parents. I mean, adoption's a big thing, and I think there should be more done and more funds instead of on, especially in the US. Again, not on like military spending, but on like child services and really focusing on the right sort of people to look after these kids and letting adoption kind of happen. But also in the sense, even if they're raised by these parents that don't think they can do it, you're making that decision for the kid.
Exactly,
that kid could do whatever it wants. That kid, that's the stupidest argument ever to me to say, well, we're actually helping the kid. You're not helping the kid, you're killing the kid.
Yeah, because it's playing with hypotheticals, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone has the potential to have a life. You can at least give that kid a chance at a life. Don't just take it away before it's even had a go.
You know, great parents to think they're ready for it. That kid could still have a shit life and fucking and hate itself. That kid could still have mental. That could still not enjoy itself. Could just be a shit kid. Your birds, unfortunately. It has nothing to do. You can't make that decision on killing a kid based on the parents think it's what's best. It's really just what's best for them. It sounds nothing. There's no excuse of like, well, what if the kid's gonna have a shit life? How do you know?
Yeah.
What if that's a great life?
It's just a massive hypothetical, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's hypothetical. I'm glad you said it. But it to me, there's no real argument to it whatsoever. There's no standing to that argument.
Yeah, like I had a conversation.
It's quite a common argument that's brought up.
Yeah, it is. Me and Jamie talked about this the other day on Discord. It was a few weeks ago. And he brought up, because I was talking about it, and he brought up, and he's like, but what if, all this happens, blah, 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 and, what if it's someone who's raped and stuff and don't want the kid?
You're talking about the 1%? You're talking about
exactly.
Okay, well,
and then, this wasn't the main point. The main point was that he then said, because I said, well, then, you can put it up for adoption, that's the thing. And Jamie was like, but the adoption service is shit. And I'm like, that's not a reason to then kill the fucking kid, though. You put more money into the adoption services so they don't kill a kid.
But also, this is a big argument. This is the first argument I'll say, and I don't know why people use those stupid hypotheticals. Because anyone that's going to say these hypotheticals, like, what if someone got raped, blah, 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 which I totally sympathize for, whatever. But let's use that hypothetical. Cool. So if someone says, and people have said this to me, what if someone was raped, blah, blah, I'm like, okay, well, let's say that's fine then. Then do you agree that every other abortion is wrong? And they'll say, well, no. Then I'm like, then why are you using that argument anyway? Because you don't even agree with that anyway. You're making a hypothetical that I'd agree with, but you don't even agree with. So why are you making that hypothetical argument? If you're making that argument to me, I could be like, yeah, sure, okay, fair enough. Then every other abortion's wrong though, right? And they'll be like, oh, well, no. Okay, then what's the point of that hypothetical? Makes no sense.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
if you want to work to the 1%, that's fine. I'm happy to have this discussion, but let's address first the 99% that aren't raped and abused. And I'm bringing the statistic out of nowhere. I don't know. It might be a little more. It might be a little less, to be honest. I don't know. The statistics of people that have been raped and then get abortions, I don't know. I have complete sympathy for them, and I do feel like that's an option to have a choice. But I also feel like my point is I'm not against abortion entirely. I feel like if you got raped, I mean, fuck, I can't even sympathize. Like, I don't even know. I can't even imagine that. It's a crazy argument to make, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying you can't get an abortion. You can. But after 15 weeks, I think maybe 6, I don't know. But there's a period of time there where after that you can't. Before that, I understand. I'd see the reasoning for you being able to at that point. There is a period of time you can. And that's when you should. So I'm not like pro-life or I'm anti-abortion in every way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
And there's a lot to it. The whole abortion argument. There's so many arguments against it. It's so crazy to me. It doesn't really make sense. Yeah. There's people out there that really believe, like, up until the first breath at 9 months, they can kill that kid. That's murder. That's disgusting.
So fucked.
Yeah, and I mean, you can listen to Ben Shapiro talk to Dave Rubin last week on the Rubin Report. They have a great discussion about it, and Ben makes some great points about that kid's freedom and when it becomes like it is murder. You're doing something against someone else's rights, but so yeah, it's a whole thing. It's quite crazy, and it's like even being someone, because Dave Rubin makes the argument. Well, you're small government, which I am as well, in a libertarian sense. So you're small government. They shouldn't be involved in all that sort of stuff. You don't think they should be? I don't think they should be involved in marriage, all this sort of nonsense. And Ben's like that, and he said, Dave Rubin asked the question, well, if you don't think the government should be involved, how should the government be involved in abortion? And he says, well, is the government involved in a murder case? They have to be. The government's role is to police and enforce laws. So if someone thinks abortion is murder, then of course they also think the government should be involved in abortion. And that's how I feel as well. So in terms of my political stance, that's how I feel, and that's how abortion fits into that. Ben's totally against it, which I understand. He's also a very religious Jewish man. Of course. I'm not in that sense. I don't have that sort of religious morality to things. I don't think of things like that. So that's my view on abortion. I don't know if there's many other things I disagree with Colin on. I'm sure there are, but I don't not main big issues.
Yeah, it's definitely some things, but I agree with him on most things. I never listen to him and go, nah, it's wrong.
He said The Last Jedi was shit.
Okay, well, there's definitely some things we disagree on then. If that's the case.
Actually, I don't think he said it was shit. But he said he didn't like how Luke was done.
Ben Shapiro also doesn't like The Last Jedi as well.
Yeah, I mean, but they're old school fans. Yeah. My dad said the same thing.
Wait, what did I say? Did I not say The Last Jedi?
Yeah, you said The Last Jedi.
Why'd you say he doesn't like The Last Jedi as well?
No, I mean, Ben Shapiro doesn't like The Last Jedi as well. I mean, Ben Shapiro as well.
Oh, who the fuck were we talking about before?
You said Colin.
Oh, God, no, I fucking meant Ben Shapiro. I fucking zoned out so much. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shit, yeah, Ben Shapiro doesn't like
I meant Ben Shapiro doesn't like The Last Jedi, no.
Oh, I don't know about it. Yeah. Ben Shapiro doesn't like The Last Jedi. But he's wrong.
Anyway, people are going to get mad about the abortion discussion here. Fucking Nazis, alt-right, pieces of shit.
Yeah, no one fucking gets it.
You don't even fucking
have a reasonable
discussion. Woman's
discussion.
Body.
Yeah. So the next topic is Gene, who says, thoughts on this Time's Up movement that many Hollywood actors are taking part in. Do you think some of them actually care about this movement or are just jumping on the bandwagon so they go around virtue signaling? I hope this topic doesn't take up too much time.
I have something to say about this.
You're wrong. Okay.
I think both. I think all of them genuinely, of course they care about what's behind this. But I also do think that what they're doing is it's a lot of virtue signaling. I don't think these kind of movements do anything. It's like, okay, Emma fucking Watson, yeah, people get sexually assaulted. Now what do we do about it? Let's not just wear black and start a hashtag. What do we do about it? Talk about it. What do we do then? But they don't ever want to fucking talk about that. They just want to go, it happens and men are disgusting. We're all
aware that sexual assault happens to women in the industry all over the world.
It doesn't matter whether... Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're liberal, conservative, left or right. Any person with good values and morals knows that sexual assault is completely wrong and disgusting. Completely wrong and disgusting, and no one wants that has any sort of sense or that is a good person.
Exactly.
So this whole movement, though, of the Time's Up thing has nothing really to do. Maybe the people that started hoped it was the right thing to do and it gets attention to it, which is great. But everyone agrees with them. So there's no one that disagrees with the idea of the movement. No one disagrees with Time's Up that... we should stop sexual assault. Of course we should. Of course we should. It's disgusting, and I hate what's happened through Hollywood. But the way this movement's been done hasn't been done like that. And this is what third wave feminism does. It doesn't act like we're all for equality. The ideas behind, on the defensive, it's all about, if you're against Time's Up movement, you must be against equality, you must be against this. Well, no, it's not about that, because the attitudes on the defensive is one thing, but then on the offensive, it's vindictive. It's anger. It's against. It's not really what it's for. It's just angry at men, and it's putting pressure. And all the men involved aren't. Of course, they're against the sexual assault, but they're doing it because they have no choice, or else they'll get attacked and mauled, and if they didn't dress in black, well, then they're for sexual assault. You know what I mean? Like this has wearing black has nothing to do with whether you are or aren't against sexual assault. Like, tweeting about it has nothing to do with whether you are or aren't against sexual assault. But people are getting involved just because they're not even they're virtue signaling because they want the attention. It's because they're scared that if they don't, they'll get abused and attacked.
There was that woman that was at the Golden Globes.
Third wave feminism pressure comes from.
That didn't wear black. She chose to wear a red dress because that's what she wanted to wear, and she got fucking lynched for it on Twitter. It's like, so you're like
terrible.
You're trying to advocate for, you know, women's rights and them getting fucking, you know, sexually assaulted and shit. Yet you're trying to determine what this woman's wearing simply because it doesn't, you know, follow what your agenda is.
Yeah,
and the whole Golden Globes thing was so stupid, though. That was the biggest stupid thing about it. Like,
I hated
because I couldn't watch it because every speech was just like attacking men.
It was terrible. You see fucking Natalie Portman.
Yeah, Natalie fucking.
Here's the all-male nominees.
Trying to discredit what male directors did.
If I was the director that won that award, I would get up there and be like, thanks for making this award worthless for me, though. But thanks for that. I've only worked my whole life on this. These directors worked their whole lives, are masters of the craft, and this woman's gotten up there, and I fucking love Natalie Portman. But my God, how just absolutely rude. Like this. The Golden Globes are a celebration for movies. I watch the Golden Globes because I love movies and I like to find out movies I haven't seen that I want to see, to celebrate good, you know, filmmakers and creators. But it wasn't about that. It was all about attacking men, the same way the Oscars was about why aren't enough black people nominated, all this sort of stuff. It's so just ridiculous and not true. Like, of course there's sexual assault there, but making the Golden Globes saying that men are horrible and, like, you know, it's all the women need more and more and more and more, that isn't what we're talking about. I thought it was about stopping sexual assault, not making women in everything all the time, and that they're the main focus of everything
as well. Like it's about merit. Like those nominees got nominated because of what they did.
But in what universe are there not women doing almost everything? More than I feel like women are in more main roles in films these days than men are, and I don't care. I don't care whether it's mostly men or mostly women. I just want good films.
Yeah.
So what if all the directors were male? Those are the best directors. Are there great movies made by great female directors? Of course there are. There's amazing films made by amazing female directors. But that year, when it came to the 4 best nominated, there weren't. It happened to be 4 guys.
Yeah,
or 5
not
guys.
Sexist. Exactly. Not sexist at all. They happen to make the best movies. Get the fuck over it.
There's also millions of other men that weren't nominated, as well as millions of other director women that weren't nominated. It's discriminatory to everybody else other than those 5 people, not just women. It's ridiculous. I'm all for equal opportunity, but not equal outcome, because equal outcome's forcing an outcome and forcing people to do what they don't want to do. It's like, why is most nurses are women, most engineers are men. Someone like oh God, I was just watching a big interview with him last night. Jordan Peterson would use this example. It's like, way more people are female in the nurse trade, way more men are in the engineering trade. If you use equal outcome, you're forced. And why they do that is because women clearly prefer to do those sort of jobs. Men prefer to do these types of jobs. But if you're forcing equal outcome, we have to have 50-50 doing all the same jobs. You're forcing women and men both to do jobs they don't want to do. It's not going to make anyone happy. It's
like
only
being
people being miserable. It's not just women being miserable. It's men as well. Both people will be miserable.
So people are complaining like, oh, why are there no female CEOs? It's like,
if everyone
they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. They can.
Opportunity, to be in that workplace. But, well, I mean, Jordan Peterson talks about that, like in those top companies. He goes, well, why would you want to be one of the top CEOs in the top 100 companies? Because I think there's 7 of the top 100 of CEOs are female. And I'm like, and he's talking about, he's like, because he's a clinical psychologist, and he's like, women are far more sensible. Like, why would you want that job? Men are far more in tune with that sort of, and just determined to do certain things, whereas females are far more sensible and forward thinking, and that's not really. And I agree. I'm like, why would you want to be a CEO of a top 100 company? That sounds like there'd be nothing else in your life but that. That would be everything in your life. Yeah. You're working 80, 90 hours a week, nothing else. Your whole life's dedicated to it 24/7. Like, it's not about, like, people just think they just want everything to be exactly the same, but that doesn't work. Equal outcome doesn't work. Equal opportunity, so everyone has equal opportunity no matter what your skin color is, your gender, your sexual preference. You should have the opportunity to do whatever you want always. But equal outcome doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense because not everybody's the same. Men and women aren't the same. We have completely different genetic makeups, biological makeups, and even with our biological makeups, all men are still somewhat different. We just share more tendencies than we do with women. Same with all women have similar tendencies, but all women are also unique. You know what I mean? But if you say that, people don't hear those words. They hear, oh, so you're saying, you know, that men are better than women. That's what people would think that from what I just said.
Like
but that's
with
not
the
what I'm
Google
saying.
memo.
It's not at all what I'm saying. It's that they're different. Yeah, exactly. Because people don't like facts.
Got lynched for just saying facts.
Exactly. They have an idea of you as a person. So when they ask a question politically, they have an answer already in their head, and they'll take one sentence from your real answer. They won't listen to anything you said that fits into their pre-existing answer that they think is a bigotry answer, and they'll say that you said that when you didn't say that. You know what I mean? They don't listen to facts.
Yeah.
These people, I don't care whether it's man or woman, but these leftist angry mobs don't care about facts. They care about feelings, being offended, being pussies. That's all they care about. They don't listen to reason. They don't listen. That's the biggest thing. It's more than anything. It's not they're not smart. These are smart people that choose not to listen. They choose to close their eyes and ears to what people are actually saying. And do they just take what they want to say because they want to be angry, they want to be upset, they want to be offended, they want to hurt people.
Yeah.
And that's,
I feel
sorry.
People on the left are over-opinionated and undereducated about things as well.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of people on the right are too, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's just the thing is as well, like, I mean, there's definitely a lot of people on the right that are fucking dumb as shit, like, that bother me how fucking stupid they are, but it feels like the people with the loudest voices are that like dumb and act in that way are definitely the left. Like anyone. But
that's just because the media and social media especially is left controlled. Journalism is left controlled. Twitter's majority is people who are liberal. We're involved in gaming. Games industry is almost 99.9% liberal. So it's just really what we're involved in. There's plenty of areas where it's right wing. You know, you live in, depending where you live, depending on what stuff you're involved in. But just in the area of technology in our generation, that's just not the case. People are liberal and left. It's because people don't listen. They're lied to. Like, these people are excited about Oprah running for president when she's a liar and spent her life like being like a snake oil salesman selling stupid books like The Secret and shit like that. Like, she's a fucking liar too. She's no better. She's an inspirational woman, no doubt about it. Like, she's done amazing things, but she's not fit to be president any more than Donald Trump is, which I don't think he is either. So it's not me being a Donald Trump fan.
Complaining about being like, why is reality TV star being a president? You know, why the fuck's Donald Trump president? And then it's like, it's just like Oprah.
Yeah,
you know?
So dumb. Fucking
like, okay, left. So you're not okay with Donald Trump being president, but you're literally okay with someone just as ridiculous being president. Make up your fucking mind.
Neither of
I wouldn't be mad at I'm not mad at Dwayne Johnson though. If The Rock was president, I'd be cool with that. That's cool. I'm like, whatever.
Fuck off.
That'd be sick. That'd be sick. That'd be hilarious. I'd be like,
but then
we're good guys.
Run the fucking
country.
Hey, what are you talking about? The Rock could do anything. It's The Rock. He could do anything.
Let's go with
what can't he do? What can't The Rock do?
What Joe Rogan was talking about, where he's like, well, let's have someone be the face and then have someone actually do the job. So you can have the Rock be the president, but then, you know, have someone do the proper fucking job. And so
have the actual president and then have the president's face.
Yeah.
And then you have the hands of the president that's the real president that does all the work.
Exactly.
Anyway, fuck that. Yeah, I knew that would be a long topic. Thanks, G.
Fucking good. Hashtag time's up. Hashtag time's up because it took up so
much time. Me too.
Hashtag me too.
Ballstack47 says, I just finished Dragon Age Inquisition recently and felt that it was super underrated. I understand it's not a Skyrim or Witcher, but it's still a hell of a game. I especially like the party system of combat. Plus, the world is massive with a shit ton of things to do. So my question is, where do you rank the series among its action RPGs? Haven't played it. Played about 10 minutes.
Never played Dragon Age, but apparently Inquisition was terrible, and it was
Dragon
something.
Age.
Like, EA ruined it.
Yeah, apparently Inquisition's like the Andromeda of Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it funny how it's like they had Dragon Age, they had Mass Effect, two very successful franchises, and they just bombed them both in this generation, in next-gen consoles, with Inquisition and Andromeda. They're just like, let's just fuck up our franchises.
It's what EA like to do. They like to have good franchises, they take over the studios completely, and then destroy the studios. They've shut down probably about 20 studios that they own in the past, like, 10 years or something. Because they're fucking mental. I don't know what's wrong with them. But there's that, like, their fucking Visceral was making a great Star Wars game, and they shut them down for no reason.
Single-player, Uncharted-style Star Wars game.
Yeah, fucking, led by Amy Hennig. Like, that was bound to be a really good fucking game. But EA was like, nope, we need an online Star Wars game with loot boxes.
It would be a smash hit. Like, imagine how good that would be.
That would have done great. If
it'd be canon.
A canon game like that, published by EA, it would have done so well. But nope. Now we're gonna.
Then they tried to
an
tell
MMO
us
or something.
what we wanted. They were like, "No, you don't want to."
No, you don't understand. You don't understand. You want this that we're doing. You don't want that. Fuck off, EA. Yeah, I haven't played Inquisition though, but I've heard good things about Dragon Age as a franchise. Apparently, Dragon Age Origin is very good. So, yeah, maybe I'll give it a play at some point. It is on my list of things to play, but All right, well.
Alrighty.
What else we got?
Mario 5380 asks, "What do you want from the Black Widow movie?"
Tits. No, I want a lot of Black Widow.
Oh god, I almost fucking spat. Jesus.
Yeah, time's up, James. Time's up. James, time's up.
James, time's.
I'm sexually assaulting Scarlett Johansson. Oh shit.
Scarlett Johansson.
She is stunning though. She's so ridiculously attractive.
I feel like she's got slowly less attractive over the course of all the Marvel movies. I don't know if you agree.
I don't know actually.
Ask me my dream girl, James. Ask me who my dream girl is.
Who's your dream girl?
Emma Watson, without the feminism.
Boom! I can't even look at her the same.
No.
No, I'm just joking. It's actually not. It's Emilia Clarke. Emilia Clarke is like.
Yeah, I know it's Emilia Clarke.
She's my
I love her. She's really nice.
You have to fight Ollie for her, man.
I'll beat the fuck out of Ollie. I'll make Ollie cry. Ollie ain't doing shit.
Oh god.
The little protein bloated gym junkie motherfucker. I'll fuck him up. I love you, Ollie. I'm sorry. I love Ollie so much. Such a legend.
Yeah,
what do you want from a Black Widow movie, guys?
Fucking.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I actually don't know.
I don't know.
Just make a good movie.
Yeah, just make a good Marvel.
You can make a good
whatever.
movie with her.
Whatever the fuck you want, man.
Yeah, you can make good. Yeah, do whatever the fuck you want. I trust you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind her doing. I don't really need the backstory because we've kind of heard her. I wouldn't mind just really like her actually being an operative and like doing shit.
Yeah, it'd be
and, like the shit she got involved with, and being Hawkeye in there, having Hawkeye in there as well. How she met him, things like that.
Be good. That'd be some good shit. You could do like a spy movie.
Yeah,
like, you could do it really well, like a cool action spy thriller type thing, like, but it'd be Marvel. That'd be cool. Do it.
Yeah. Different genres.
Yeah. All right. We got anything else?
The last one, Spotted Hen. I saw in fan mail James got Witcher books.
Mm-hmm.
Have you started reading them? If so, are they good? If not, are you ever going to?
I did get some Witcher books, yeah, and I appreciate whoever the fuck sent me those. I haven't started reading them
You did not, by the way, you didn't read any of the people that sent you stuff on that video.
What do you mean?
Like, you just opened it and you're like, oh, I got this, and you didn't read who gave it to you.
Oh, because most of them didn't send anything with it to tell us who they were. The ones that did, really? I did read them, but
okay,
yeah, a lot of them were just packages, and that was it. They didn't tell us who it was, so that's something.
Didn't have like a return address, like who it was from.
No.
Oh, weird. That's so weird.
A lot of them were from Amazon, so.
Oh.
So a lot of them were ordered from Amazon, but the other one, and like other companies, like random companies. But yeah, it's like like some of them we knew, like the one from Zahir, that was one, and then Steampunk. I don't know, but yeah, the ones that did have things I definitely read, but yeah, a lot didn't. But yeah, whoever sent me those, I really appreciate it. I haven't read them yet because I just haven't had time. I'm busy with everything, but I will read them. I will read them because I do really want to. And when I do that, I'll tweet about it and let you know what I thought. So yeah, I did. So when I do read them, I'll tweet about it. So follow me on Twitter if you do want to know my opinions on the Witcher books. So there's that. All right.
Fantastic. That's all the topics,
and
that's everything.
That's it.
That's
How
everything for the
long
podcast.
was this podcast? It's like
But
wow, 3 hours,
3
20
hours.
minutes. Fucking hell. Well, that makes
Jesus
up for the lack of Abu Bakr Salim.
What do you mean? I'm right here, man.
Oh, sorry, man.
Sorry, sorry, man.
I apologize. How's your time at Ubisoft been?
It's just my birthday.
Terrible? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for this episode of the Yog Pod, the Kill Connor Club podcast.
Ricky Gervais show.
Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you understand the change of plans. Hopefully we don't get a lot I'm honestly expecting dislikes on this podcast, because people will click on it and not listen to our explanation, and just be like, wow, there's no Abu Bakr Salam, and then just dislike.
Put it as a pinned comment, or like edit it in before the podcast.
Maybe. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just leave it.
Then you need to explain it twice.
That'd kind of be annoying. Maybe I'll pin it as a comment or something. But because anyone listening on iTunes and SoundCloud are gonna listen. If you're listening on YouTube, they might just come across it and be like, what the fuck? This isn't what they said it was. What liars? They just lied. Which we didn't. We didn't lie. It was going to happen. Unfortunately, it didn't, but there you go. Anyways, thanks everyone very much for joining us. If you liked the podcast, go ahead and head over to patreon.com/as always for extra content with a bunch of podcasts that are on there and other content that we decide to put up, as well as, of course, helping us out. And some of you sweet vintage lads we have right here. We've got Ben, or Modorox, Bullsack47, Tman, or Travis, Quizhek, Billy the Team Tynamite Captain Robertson, Josh Devillier, Damian, Lewis Nadin, Mario5380, Lumistrad, Jayce, Ryan, Jonah Stewart, James and Lad, Matengaro, Frankie Gaffney, HBarts12, Tomcunningham, Yazen, Joe the Sexy Boi Smith, Brian Ford, Connor Durose, GingerNutJared, LongEaredFox or George, Joshua Maurer, Gene, Marcus Blackburn, TheHumbleWorm, Nimbus, Seth, Oscar, RAVJAI, Zach Neely, Son of Bitch Ogeaidogo, Tyler Tranter, Brendon or Beak Lord, and Pink Flame 313. Thank you, you sweet vintage lads.
Thanks, lads.
I feel like
this is a good one.
I feel like I might have accidentally read someone out who wasn't meant to be read in that list. But
that's alright. Who cares?
Whatever. Fucking whatever.
That was a fun one. Lots of shit talk. I love it. Good old banter.
Good classic time.
We'll see you in 2 weeks for episode 65. Right? That's what we're doing. Going back to the usual schedule.
In 2 weeks, in 2 weeks' time for episode 65. Alrighty. Or next week, we'll see you next week for Kill Connor Clubhouse.
Alright.
With another Patreon guest. Alrighty, thanks for watching. And yeah, boy.
Let me say the classic.
Don't say yeah, boy.
LazerzZ.
Yeah.
Cheers for having me on.
It's been a blast.
It's been a blast. There it is.
Fair enough, gamer. Alright.
Yeah, cool. Alright.
We'll see you later, boys. Yeah, boy.